3, 1. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll in here and say that. Right. Mic check. Release. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Want to double check to see. Okay. Which means the only thing left is setting up the game. Okay. This. I feel like time I open this game, set it up, it's different. um, but I think we're good. All right. Well, hello. Welcome to the first trial of the game. I'm kind of hyped. So where we last left off, we got the motive, which was pretty similar to the first game's motive, where they also have videos of their loved ones. Where something bad was supposed to happen, and we're supposed to find the answer after graduation. Yuki, though, his was pretty straightforward. I mean, Monokuma done goofed here because there was no mystery of what happened. It was pretty obvious what happened in his video. He like, in fact, some might say it even demotivated him. Right. So some might say it would even demotivate him, but you know, I'm not some. And then the sniper got. She's the first victim of the game, and through the investigation, we kind of pieced together some semblance of a timeline. I don't know exactly what happened. I do know who did it, but I don't exactly know what happened. And the only reason why I don't know what happened is because that rubber ball is throwing me for such a loop, because I do not understand how that could have been used in the case whatsoever, and it's driving me up the wall because I did try to think about it, and even knowing who the culprit is didn't help figure out how it was used. So I am interested to see how that plays into it all. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on talking for a little bit because we did drop some frames, and when we drop frames, I do like to chill for a little bit to see if it happens again. I'll give it 10 more seconds and then we can get going. I actually want to review bullets before the trial. That's what, okay. That's what it's all about. Alright, equipped. Want to go to items? Bullets. Alright, let's do a quick refresh of the case. Ms. Kyoka Maki, the estimated time of death is around 6 a.m. And we know it's not Rei because Kakeru saw her at 6 a.m. going in the opposite direction of where the murder took place. But it was discovered hanging in the girls' restroom. That's also another thing that I'm confused about, because it was like a Gatling hook. The cause of death is a contusion on the occiput, which is the back of the skull. Seems to have been excessive blood loss from the wound. Kanada's account, sorry. I always read that as Katana. Told me something odd. She fell during her autopsy. According to her, a hanged corpse should have a clear mark, or in worst cases, blue discolorations on the skin that was in contact with the rope. Neither was found on Kyoka's neck. You know that Kyoka died from a contusion, then why was she hanged? That I do not know. Archive file states that Kyoka's cause of death is a contusion on the occiput. The back of her head was indeed severely damaged, evidenced by a large sunken area of the skin. However, there wasn't any visible bloodstains on the rest of Kyoka's body. It seems the culprit wiped them off. Also confused. None of this makes sense to me. Piece of paper that Kyoka was holding onto even in death, a part of it ripped apart, indecipherable, but what was remaining of it could still provide some big clues. Come to the laundry at 6. The Camp B rating. Blood, drops of blood. Sorry, so the laundry room is where the murder took place, and she went to girls' washroom. Drops of blood were left in front of Kyoka, though there were no notable bloodstains on the body itself. These blood drops on the floor suggest that there was a lot of bleeding from the wound. Would that mean the culprit wiped the blood off her body? I don't know if they actually did that. Rubber smelling liquid. Strange viscous liquid stuck on the restroom wall. The bane of my existence. It smells like stinky rubber. It being stuck on the wall and the floor below in a straight trail makes me think it's related to the case some way. What could this liquid even be? Well, nope. Alright. Well, this is obviously from the rubber ball. The rope around Kyoka's neck has a hook attached to its end, where the hook's typically used to hang a person. No. No. But the ceiling bar is pretty high up and hard to reach by hand, so the culprit may have just used it to hold the rope in place. According to Mikako, there seems to be something strange about it. He said if it was done from the inside, it cannot be tied like that. What does that mean? Yes, we do know that Tsurugi was originally supposed to be the first victim. The nameplates on Kyoka and Tsurugi's rooms were switched. Tsurugi says the clue would tell us the overflow of events in his case. I feel like I know who switched them. Oh, well. Last night, Homer broke Kyoka and Tsurugi's nameplates and was told to put new ones back by Monokuma, but he couldn't remember where each of them was supposed to go and put them in the wrong place. This is why the nameplates were switched. Kakeru's account, he testified to have met Rei heading towards the school wing around 6 a.m. Kyoka was murdered approximately at the time, so Rei can be cleared of suspicion. This means that Rei really was late because of her own investigation. I guess she's very insistent at having her way. I can already tell this is going to be a problem. Watching the frames drop be like, all right. Bloody hammer. I found a bloody hammer in a trash dump. I'm almost sure that this was weapon used to kill Kyoka. The culprit probably threw it in the dump after the murder to hide the evidence. Well, you didn't do a good job of hiding the evidence. There was a rubber ball burst at the corner of the trash dump. A greasy liquid that feels both slippery and tacky is oozing from it. It smells awful. I think it has something similar to this before. Yes, you did. Me looking at the frames now every time, every 2 seconds to make sure it doesn't drop again. Kyoka's body was found discovered in the girl's room. However, found a large blood stain on the laundry room floor. I wonder how this blood stain ended up so far away from the body. Well, you should be asking how the body ended up so far away from the blood stain. All right. Yeah. So my timeline is culprits wanted to send the note to Tsurugi. They fucked up unknowingly. Nameplate switch. Kyoka got it, went to the laundry. The culprit then used a hammer to kill her. Then they, for some reason, moved the body from the laundry to the restroom. And whatever happened in the girls' room is what fucks me up, because all that was unnecessary. But I don't understand what happens from there. But up until that point, I have a firm grasp of the situation. So when Kuma told us to come, the courtroom. I'm most excited to see Kakeru lock in, because this is supposed to be his bread and butter, right? Kayuki here was about to get worried. Were you trying to run away from your crime? Alright, see, what we're not gonna do is... Are you saying I'm the killer? I'm gonna hate yourself or eventually find out the culprit, even if you don't want to. Even if it's the wrong answer. Well, hopefully not. Since we came this far, did everyone get ready? To be or to not to be? Dead or alive? That is the question. Stop joking around, we're trying to be serious. Oh! And lock in he did. Right, and lock in he did. And lock in he did. Hey, you all listen. Haru is right. This ain't an ordinary trial. Lives depend on it, so quit whining and pull yourselves together! Mr. Yamaguchi, what's wrong? Oh, shit. What's wrong? What's wrong with you guys? You're all loosened up. You'll never get anywhere near the truth with that mindset. You did say he's like another person when he's in court. It's like he switched into his ultimate personality with a sneeze. Kakeru, did you eat something wrong? Shut you trap wimps. I'm always like this in the courtroom. If you're pissed off by how I am, challenge me with a decisive proof in the trial. Where did that stammering coward go? Well, not too much now. I always wondered how Kakeru became a lawyer with all his shyness, though his sudden change came to me as a surprise. It made me understand why he was the ultimate lawyer right away. A powerful voice and spirit will surely give him great advantage in court. The only problem is he sounds more like a gangster than a lawyer. All he said was that you need to lock in. That is, he locked in to tell us to lock in. That is actually what happened. Yo! Alright, man. Looks like everyone's here. Take the elevator and come underground. I'll be waiting for you guys. Said yo. It's time for real. Let's hope we'll do our best. Well, just hoping to do your best. Oh my god. Yo. OBS, you are killing the vibes. You are killing the vibes. By the way, I noticed when I looked back from yesterday's stream, I don't know if this is still happening, but I want to see. No. Alright. I noticed from yesterday's stream that the camera was like bugging out. Anyways, trial time. Is everyone ready? Let's hit it. We'll reveal the truth, right? In this trial. Right. In this trial to find Kyoko's murderer, and the culprit is... one of us? One of us is a murderer. I don't want to believe it, but... thinking here won't change anything. Like I kind of said, I'll hit it first and leave the thoughts for later. Okay. Okay. Yo, seeing this gradually gonna get more empty is crazy. Elevator descends underground with a series of clinks and clangs. Gosh, this is gonna take forever. Which floor are we on? This feels like we're going somewhere we can never come back from. Not concerned about our uneasiness at all, the elevator slowly approaches destination. We're here. Bro, we're only just now getting to the trial. Still cooked. And the reason why I started at 6:30 was to have the extra 30 minutes to do the trial, but evidently. Woohoo! Finally, I was dying to see y'all. What is this place? It looks so flashy. Why are you like this? It only occasionally dips. Wait, let me see actually play out. All the frame rate drops. Hmm. Okay. It doesn't look bad. You're on thin ice, OBS. You're on thin ice. I set this special courtroom just for you guys. Isn't it sick? Other courtrooms would be nothing compared to this. So some might say that this is... oh. Some might say that this is the ultimate courtroom. What the hell are you speaking? What the hell are you speaking? You call this a court? You better be kidding. This is contempt of court. Well, enough talking. Let's get over this quick. Stand where your name is written. Well, they have nameplates in this court. Okay, okay. Is everyone ready? We shall begin in a moment. And behold, the class trial. A circular arrangement where we can see each other's faces directly. Despite Monochrom's mischievous, almost ridiculous attitude, there was a strange tension going around here. Yoka, she was a playful friend, and though somewhat lazy at times, she shined through with positivity at every moment. It's still crazy she was a sniper, by the way. When everyone else panicked at the Monokuma motive, she managed to cheer me up. Yoka, she left our side too early. What would have she thought at her final moment? Or what did she think at her final moment? Why did she have to die? And the cruel killer, her murdered Kyoka, the cold-blooded, heartless killer, is hiding among us. And thus, Act 1 of Hope Speed Academy begins. A life or death trial, a life or death deception, life or death betrayal, life or death mystery, life or death lie, life or death truth, life or death last trial. Sorry, had to hit that one time. So note to self, next time, actually get to the class trial. Redbird West Error. So true. Hello, Ravenpaw. Welcome to the stream. I got the glasses on, so you know it's serious. All right. Actually, just in time because we're literally about to start the trial. Yes, we've been streaming for 10-20 minutes, and we're just now getting to the trial. Don't worry about it. Begin. I'm once again playing Tamagotchi Life, but I'm here. Alrighty, what? Yes, yes, yes. What have you been doing, bro? I don't know. Let us begin with a basic explanation of the class. Oh shit, voice. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out the culprit, only they will receive punishments. What do you mean? But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone will graduate. One of us is the killer? The culprit who murdered Kyoka? Yo, Yuki, get with the program, dog. You did a whole investigation. Of course! No, I have to be in the same place as a real murderer? I can't do that. Well, you already are, so where do we go from here? I know it's hard, but it's a must. We need to uncover the truth behind the case. And ultimately, reveal the culprit's... Oh, by the way, Kakeru did lock in for this class trial. He went through like some type of osmosis, and now he's completely different. Wait, hold on. What's that? Oh. That picture of Kyoka. Wouldn't it be awful if she got left out just because she died? Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. And then Hifumi just summed her off being creepy in hell. Yes, Hifumi's in hell. That he was nowhere close to seeing the gates of heaven, I fear. Oh, that's a little... Oh! Hey, let me ask you something just in case. It's crucial that we know this for the trial. This is really important, so prepare to answer, dumbass. Can there be accomplices in this case? That will determine the entire course of our discussion. Really important? Okay, Dada. Why, sure, I can tell you that. Now, accomplices in murders may exist. However, no matter how many accomplices there are, only the one who committed the murder graduates. T. I see, so there would be no merit for the accomplice. Kakeru looks really different. He looks like a different person. That'll do for the preamble. Let's get started then. First up is the case summary. Now let the debate begin. Bro, reading so hard. At the class trial, when Monokuma first mentioned it in the gym, I thought none of us would commit murder. Then at the class trial would never happen. That's why I didn't think too deep about this, but it really started. Trial to find Kyoka's killer. If we fail to reveal the culprit in this case, we'll be executed. No. Oh shit, sorry. Sorry. My fault, Yuki. No, I can't let that happen. I have to do this, not only for me, but for everyone else too. Find out what really happened and to reach the ultimate truth. I must do this with all my might. All might? Non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, because I'm curious how this is going to work in this game. In non-stop debate, you need to be on the lookout for contradictions in your fellow students' statements and refute them with truth bullets. You can fire a truth bullet by moving the red crosshair over the... Oh, okay. So I will need my mouse. Over the text marked in yellow and pressing confirm. Oh, never mind. Oh, need my mouse? Instead, truth bullets will be taken from the list you obtained during investigation and will be given for each discussion topic. You must select the right bullets to refute the contradiction. Press shift to change. Okay, this is what I wanted. Press shift to change the selected truth bullet. Needless to say, but firing truth bullet at the wrong place will deplete your influence gauge. A complete depletion of the influence gauge will result in a game over, so please be careful. You may skip through the lines by pressing the arrow button on the right. Got you. How does this work? I'm just gonna let them talk for this first run. Monokuma file 1. Oh, that's it. Let us start with the basics. Kyoka was the first victim. Kyoka was the victim. She was our... Oh, fuck. Reading. She was our classmate and friend, brutally murdered this evening. Miss Maki, she was discovered in the restroom hanged by her neck. Would it be hung? But who could have done such a terrible thing? Look, you see, I still can't quite believe that a real murder happened here. Oh shit. I mean, this is ridiculous. Kyoka hanged herself and died by choking. How's that murder? Okay, so that's the contradiction. It certainly looks like a suicide at first sight. That should be the contradiction, actually. Well, I guess if we say that she choked, the contradiction, then that would also be... Got you. Karuya, did you not 8 damage? Fuck. Okay, my fault. I'm pressing the... How do you skip? How do you skip? I love critical thinking. So true. Is how you do it? Oh my god. Oh my god. The crosshair. Whatever. This is where I need to shoot. That's how I need to shoot. What? Was that voice acting in my game? Agility 100% perfect, 30 points. Miss 0%, 30 points. Focus 35 points. Total 95 points. Whatever this means. That's wrong, Karuya. Kyoka didn't choke to death. You didn't choke to death? Then how did you explain the rope around her neck? I don't know, dog. I just know she didn't choke to death. Don't ask me why the killer did that. I'm confused. You're confused. We're all fucking confused. Monokuma file. Didn't you read it? It clearly states Kyoko's cause of death. Look, it says here. Victim Kyoka Maki was estimated time of death is around 6 a.m. The body was discovered hanging in the girl's restroom, student dormitory. The cause of death is contusion to the occiput. There seems to have been excessive blood loss from the wound. See, according to the file, Kyoka didn't die due to choking. Her real cause of death is the contusion on her occiput. Can we just say the back of her head, please? Yuki. No. Just say the back of the head. Yeah, but can we really trust that thing? I don't know if I really trust something from that old jerk Monokuma. What? Are you questioning my credibility? Bears do not lie. Oh, kids these days, they just love to judge a file by its cover. Listen, I do not tell any lies regarding the trial. I believe in fair trial more than anyone else. This is where Kakeru steps in and he's like, actually, are you sure about that? Don't worry, Mr. Tori, I can back up the credibility of the information. Almost everything on the Monokuma file is true, I guarantee you, as a physician. Almost, though. What part isn't true? So if Kyoka died from a contusion on her occiput, saying this, someone must have hit her from the back, right? Okay, she didn't kill herself, and another person killed her, then I guess this really is murder. Well, duh. Don't reckon that it's suicide just because you were too lazy to go through the trial. Our lives are at stake here. That's just me do the file, no? Oh my god. Let us not waste time. Let us not waste our energy in pointless insults. It's already stated in the Monokuma file, but to add on my personal commentary, Kyoka's injury was very severe. The strike went through her skull and made a large depression on her head. Yo, it went through her skull. Yowza. At least she was dead by that point, right? But yowza. The killer went... he left no chance. They were like, yo, I got this hammer and it will kill you. Inferring from this, she probably died an instant death. What a devastating incident. This should not have happened. You can put those commentaries aside and talk about what actually matters. If an injury was that severe, a hard object must have been used to strike her head. A hammer. Oh. This is taking me out. This is a professor. This is taking me out so much. The murder weapon, you mean? I expected someone would bring that up around this time. Now, won't us all talk? What? Won't us all talk about the weapon used to deliver the 5-0 to Kyoga? Now, won't we all talk about? Nope. Now, why don't we all talk about the weapon used to deliver the fatal blow to Kyoka? If Kyoka didn't kill herself, a blunt object or other weapon... Oh my god, I need to take glasses off. Huh. Other than the rope must have been used as a weapon. Let's delve into that some more. I mean, theoretically, I guess... Couldn't you just get the hook and just... You know? But I guess that would not cause the damage on her brain. The murder weapon that struck Kyoka's head, we need to find out what it means. Or, sorry, what it was. It was the hammer. Stop. Hammer time. The culprit must have hit her head with a blunt object. That should be the weapon. Yes. What kind of object is the weapon? Y'all not do the investigation? The strike on Kyoka's head was clearly deep enough to create a depression on her skull. Perhaps a long object like a hat or stick? No! Ah! Break. 75%? Okay. Miss 0, focus 5, 90 points. Damn. Went 5 points down. Whatever this points means. Oh, this is probably for the grade later, right? Ayame, that can't be right. In fact, I discovered this from the dormitory's garbage dump, which Kakeru was there, by the way. You like, went through an osmosis, and, sorry, metamorphosis, and you don't even remember the fact that there was a hammer right next to you? Is that? It's a hammer. An MC hammer, if you will. A small one you can easily hold with one hand. Is that what the culprit used to attack Kyoka? It apparently has blood on it. Why didn't the killer clean the hammer? Oh, the water's off at night. Cook. So it must have been the weapon. The fact that it was found in the garbage dump indicates the culprit attempted to get rid of it. Well, couldn't they? Oh no, because then they would leave a blood trail to their room. Cook. How did you even find that at the dump? It was very carelessly left there. But can a tiny hammer really kill a person? Are you seriously asking if a hammer can kill a person? Are we seriously asking if a hammer... Yes. Yo, Haru. This is my pilot, dog. We're so cooked. Done. I want to try if you're curious. Does anyone here think? Well, Ray does apparently. Ray. One bad day. I don't trust Ray. One bad day, and she's gonna. No thanks. I'm fine. Oh, is he the Yasuhiro of the group? Are you the hero of the group, Haru? Don't do this to me because I was actually jiving with your character. But if you're gonna be the hero of the group, I don't know. Regardless of the size, a hammer is made of metal. With enough force at the right angle, killing a person in a single blow. Nada, thank you for this, but this should not be necessary. Other slay? Literally. Killing is not entirely impossible. To sum up, the culprit murdered Kyoka once with a hammer strike from the back, then hanged her. But why though? Isn't it strange? If the killer just wanted to murder Kyoka, then why? I don't know. You're confused, I'm confused, we're all confused. Even if it was to cover up her real cause of death, the bruise and the bloodstains are still there. You can still see it's a murder right away. You can? I thought it was a suicide before Yuki told us. Well, you didn't investigate, so that's probably why. Well, I would not say all that. That's because you're a helpless idiot. Maki didn't look typical of people who hang themselves in the first place. Too unnatural if it was meant to be framed as a suicide. Too unnatural? Yeah, it did look slightly different from a typical suicide by hanging. It looked unnatural because the rope was too loose. Kyoka wasn't hanging in the air. There was a bruise on her head. Also, right? Because instinctively, wouldn't you reach for your neck? Or am I wrong in that? Because her hands were to her side. So, like, I feel like I also use the fact that, like, you know, her hands weren't positioned around her neck to dispel this, but it was the rope. Oh! Never mind. No, this doesn't sound right. Let's focus and try again. If the culprit wanted to disguise it as a suicide, the body should have looked different. Let's delve into that a bit more. Damn. There was a bruise on her head then? Oh my god. Kyoka wasn't hanging in the air. Right. Because I don't know. I feel like, would this be necessary? Apparently, but I feel like, I don't know. Kanata, do you mean the body looked unnatural because it wasn't hanging in the air despite the rope being? Oh, I see. Based on where the rope was tied. Good answer, streamer. First try. Based on where the rope was tied, if it was used to kill her, she would have been hanging. Got you. Ah, yes, that's correct. Don't you think so? Oi! I got zero ideas about all this. You just like me for real. Idiots. You don't know how people die from hanging? There's usually tie a rope in the air, stand on a chair or a similar object, and kick off it as they hang themselves. That way, there's nothing to step on. And eventually, they are choked by gravity to death. Oh, I get it. If Kyoka commits suicide, her body has to hang down in the air. But Kyoka's body was down on the floor, even with the rope hung around her neck. This must be the point. It sure is weird, but then why did the culprit hang Kyoka's body then? Well, she was still on the floor, so I don't think hang is the right word, but yeah. It's simple, there are two possible explanations. The culprit either had a reason to do it, or was swear to God stupid. Why do I have a feeling it's going to be the latter, not the former? The culprit is stupid. Why didn't I think of that? Would that mean Haru's? Damn. Would that mean Haru's the culprit? Hey, she said the culprit is stupid, not that a stupid person is the culprit. What? He didn't deny that he's stupid, right? Yo, he's my pilot. Haru catching strays? He's my pilot, dog. This plane is cooked. Anyway. Fuck all that. Anyways. There's no other way the culprit hanged her without thinking there has to be a reason. Oh, okay. What is that reason that this had to happen? Talk about that, we have to discuss about the culprit first. There's no need to repeat that. Revealing the identity of the culprit is the ultimate object of this trial, after all. So let us discuss about the culprit like Tsurugi said. But who is the real killer? I have no idea. Me neither. How can there be a murderer among us? Among us? I can't even imagine who. Hey, didn't we already narrow it down to half, to be honest? A monk? What makes you say that? Duh, use your brain. Kyoka's body was found in the girls' restroom and hanged by a rope. Then shouldn't the killer be one of the girls? What? Hey, he has a point. Exactly. For example, Kizuna could be the killer. She didn't speak up once since the beginning of the trial. Or Miss Dark Circle's over there. Ah. Yeah, I've been watching the playback of the streams, and I realized that like anytime I try to do her voice, the mic does not pick it up. So actually, let's play with the settings here. Let's do. All right, how does this? Nope. Nope. This thing. Oh. So apparently, never mind. I don't know. I need a new voice for her. The gimmick doesn't work. The gimmick does not work. I'll circle back to you. One of them's the culprit. That's nonsense. I have no reason to commit murder. Then why are you so quiet? It's hella suspicious. Dark Circle was always like that, but not you. I did not spend time with her, so I would not know how she normally is. Shut up. I'm just trying to avoid talking with dirty killers. Yo. Miss Tamori, please don't call us killers. There's only one culprit. Monokuma said accomplices have no merits. Don't view us like that. Hell no! Kyoga's already dead. It could be anyone next time. I can't die here. Do you know that unnecessary overreaction makes you look even more suspicious? That's suspicious. That's weird, bro. Oh. Shut up, Higa. How dare you spit out nonsense? The killer's a girl because the body was in the girl's restroom. It's not like we have rules here. Guys can certainly enter it too. Kizuna, you sound like a different person today. Why are you calling him by his last name? Well, I guess her mask slipped. What? It's impossible for a man to enter the women's restroom. Bro, I did not hang out with her enough for me to notice a change in behavior. I'm sorry. This just looks like the normal Kizuna to me. I hope I don't offend you, but I have no idea who she is. It's impossible for a man to enter the women's room. That might be a possibility in the real world, but this place has a rule that forbids it. Oh, shit. Bingo! A man entering the women's restroom is considered a form of indecency and will be punished by a shower of bullets from the machine guns. The same goes for the opposite case. This applies not only to restrooms, but the locker rooms and bathhouses that will be unlocked soon. That's bear. Damn, tough crowd. Bad in mind. It's true, Monokuma warned us when we found Kyoka's body and tried to step in. Come on, it's a matter of common sense that guys can never commit murder in the girls' restroom. Ugh. It wasn't me. Why would I, of all people, commit murder? I'm not a criminal. I once again would like to hi. Hello, Yuki here. The actually spirit of red possessing Yuki here. Kakeru just look over at Yuki and she's like, strange here. Anyways, hi. I don't know you actually, so that kind of is a terrible defense. If anyone is, it's that creepy bitch. Oh shit. But I got this. I got this. I got this.
The Ark.
Oh no. Oh, there you go. Rose committed to the pit. Anytime she pops up on stream right now, I'm playing that. I'll leave that little guy alone. What the fuck? If Mitsuhiro is right, that means the culprit is either Akane, Rei, Nada, Ayame, Kizuna, Tatsuki, or Kako. No, I'm not the culprit. Tatsuki never ever killed anyone. Yeah, if the killer's one of the girls, who else can it be besides her? Don't you agree, Ray? Huh? What's she even talking about? I thought y'all suspected me. Somehow I'm not a suspect. I'm not complaining, but I'm confused how we got to Mikako. Don't pull my leg. Oh shit, you are accusing Ray. Weren't you late when the body was discovered? Everyone was there, except for you. If you're not the culprit, why'd you come late? Is that all you have? We'll say it's pretty flimsy evidence, but it is kind of crazy how you vanished into thin air. I told you back then I was late because I was investigating the main entrance. Nobody believes you. You have no evidence. Hi. Evidence. I have evidence. Well, surely. She was a bit suspicious. I'm not trying to jump to conclusions, but you did come late. I'm not trying to jump to conclusions, but I will jump to conclusions. Hello, my name's Akane. Ray, can you prove what you said? If you need proof or something, as simple as this, it would be better for you to die here, airhead. Trying to back out? Gotcha. You found the answer. This bitch is a killer. Hold on, I suggest that we think about this some more. Coming late to the scene is sure to draw suspicion, but would also mean that Ray is the culprit? No, this is. I like how everyone calls her by her last name. Even like the people who don't like her still respect her enough to call her by her last name. No one's like me for real. No one's got that dog in them. No one's got the dog in them. Really, it was at the entrance hall to investigate. There was evidence pointing to her innocence. It was, yeah, it was his testimony. me slowly watching that the drop frame rates increasing. Last time I checked, it was at 600 frames. Now it's at 900. OBS. If you crash right when you do the execution, what do you? Hold on, Ray's innocent. He really was at the entrance to investigate at the time. How can you be so sure? Did you see it yourself? I didn't, but Kakeru did. No, but Kakeru, you know it, right? Ray's innocence? Ahaha, you said it, Yuki. Listen up, fellas. Ray is innocent. I, Kakeru Yamaguchi, am the witness. You got yourself a lawyer. She lawyered up. Mr. Yamaguchi, is there something you know about this? Well, yes, he's the witness. He just. I feel like we're gonna have to do all this. It's implied that he witnessed her. I woke up around 6 AM with an urge to go to the restroom. As I was heading there, I encountered Ray. She said she was going to investigate the school wing and walked away. Next time I saw her was after the murder occurred. Which means Ray is innocent. Do you get what he's saying? Satsuki sees the logic, but can't understand the thing because of all that shouting. Haha. Basically. Wait. You saying he can't understand him because he's shouting? That just registered. What? Basically, he saw Ray headed towards the school in the morning, which proves Ray's claim. Wait, but the body discovery announcement was at 8 AM. There's 2 hours in between the time you saw her and the murder. 2 whole hours. How does that prove her innocence? Zuma, think about the time again. It's true that Ray didn't show up until after we found the body, but Kyoka's estimated time of death was at 6 AM. In other words, it's impossible for Ray to have murdered Kyoka since she went to the school wing at 6 AM. Though she probably must have like heard something when she passed by the girls' restroom, right? Just heard the sounds of like metal clanging and like weird noises in the bathroom, and she's like, anyways, to the school ring I go. Sure, she could have turned back as soon as Kakeru went back to his room, but there wouldn't be enough time for her to hang Kyoka's body or throw away the hammer. This is the reason why I'm saying Ray is innocent. Oh. No way. We have this in this game? Oh shit. What? Wrong. That's not enough to say she's innocent. Why? We even have a witness, Kakeru. No, there's a hole in your argument. Oh no. I'm sorry, you, but I've got to make this rebuttal. Yo, rebuttal showdown in my Danganronpa 1 fan game. That's the only way to make that Four Eyes admit her crime and end this stupid trial. I wish they're probably not going to do this. I mean, the only reason why 2x2 is coming out is because it's a simulation. By the way, I've been reading some theories about like what the incident is that will like change the story in 2x2. Reach was saying Nagito is the most cooked character they ever saw. Unfortunately, I'm inclined to agree. Because someone was like, if Nagito's death in chapter 1 alone drastically changes the story, because that bastard was like the motivating force. if Nagito dies in chapter 1, then he can't guilt trip my hero into checking out Trial of the murder case, which then affects how chapter 2 plays out. He doesn't really do jack shit in chapter 3. He doesn't go in. No one does the final bedroom. So he's the only one who knows the secret of the funhouse in chapter 4. And then chapter 5 is like Nagito chapter. So if he dies in chapter 1, then that just changed the story drastically. What I've been thinking though is if they want to keep Nagito alive but still change the story, what if there's a glitch in chapter 1 where Hajime exists and Izuru Kamakura exists at the same time? No, he's gonna look at him and he's gonna be like, "Why do you have my face?" But I think they could kind of cook having Izuru Kamakura as a participant in the killing game and Hajime at the same time. I don't know how they would do it, especially because they're dead ass the same person. So Hajime would just look at him and be like, "I don't remember having a twin," but I feel like it would yeah, cool idea. Anyways, back to the game. A rebuttal showdown is about to start. Would you like to hear more? Yes, because I don't know how this is gonna work here. Is a one-on-one debate with a person who disagrees with you. Your opponent will put forward their argument and continue to press on you. Just press confirm to slash the opponent's words. Just like the non-stop debate, you can refute the text mark and yell by pressing shift. You can switch the truth bullet with the left and right arrow keys. Use the right truth bullet at the right contradiction as you did non-stop debate. The shift key won't work on non-yellow text, and pressing confirm with slash arguments in order they were said. Be careful though, since not all arguments will go with a single slash. Influence gauge will take damage if you refute the wrong arguments. Your focus gauge will take damage if you fail completely to strike down a piece of white text. Just a little warning, if you have 0 focus and fail to strike down the white text, your influence gauge will take damage instead. What? I'm just supposed to confirm and then shift when the text is yellow. Yoko died around 6 a.m., you know that. And yeah, Kakeru met at 6 a.m., but who said you had to murder someone right in front of that person? If Ray could have killed her remotely from some other place. That doesn't make sense. Why would you think she killed what? Kill her remotely? How? Yeah, how does that work? Kyoka was murdered by a hammer. How is it possible for her to kill Kyoka with a hammer when she's talking to Kakeru? It's more than possible. For example, you could have tied a rope, knocked her out. What? And set the hammer on the ceiling so it falls down on her after a certain time. Okay, wait. This makes no sense, but like if the trial setting up a trap to kill then activating for a remote place, would that be possible? I mean, theoretically yes, but not for this case. Well, even if it were possible, looking at Kyoka's yeah. Right. Yeah, I think it's this. And then I'll do a good advance. Okay, I was about to say. What's some of my hammer? What does a clean body have to do with this? I'm trying to make sense how this refutes your idea. It's more than possible. Tying the rope around Kyoka's neck in advance. That certainly is possible, but wasn't there a more obvious contradiction or argument? I should point that out. Oh. I see. Then it's this. How's this a rebuttal to what she says, though? How's the clean body a rebuttal to the fact they can activate it? Oh, they couldn't have cleaned the body. Right. Okay, I see. So the idea is that Ray still goes to the school wing. He just kills her remotely. I see. But if she did still go to the school ring, she couldn't have cleaned the body. Critical thinking, folks. Critical thinking. Soon it's possible to kill Kyoka remotely. Come, I told you. Well, technically it's possible, but it's not the answer for this case. And it's because her body was too clean. Body was. Wait, so if the killer was able to clean her body, how couldn't they have not have cleaned the hammer? Let them cook. The body was too clean. Remember how Kyoka's body looked like? Kyoka's head did have a large bruise and it was all sticky with blood, but that's it. The blood under her hair didn't even flow very far. Her clothes were clean too. Isn't it strange? A bruise that severe enough to create a dent in her head and not a single drop of blood got her into clothes? There's only one reason for this. Killer wiped off the blood at the same time Kyoka died? What? Yes, I agree with Yuki. I was wondering the same thing while I examined the body. How? What? But can you stop bleeding from a wound that big just by wiping it a few times? My nosebleeds never stopped that easily when I tried to wipe them off. It doesn't take long for blood to coagulate into room temperature. Oh. My fault. W surgeon, W surgeon. Nosebleed is from an injury inside the nose. Miss Yuki's bruise was directly exposed to the air. About 5 minutes of pressure would have been enough to stop the bleeding. And that's why we have the ultimate surgeon, folks. And Miss Maki likely died an instant death. The actual amount of bleeding might not have been much due to the lack of circulation. But if the culprit wiped it off as soon as Kyoka died... Right, if the culprit killed Kyoka remotely from a distance like Kazuna suggested, Kyoka's body would have been covered with blood by the time they go to wipe it off. Also, they have to risk the blood getting on her clothes. There's no way to wash it off. What do you think, Kazuna? Anything left for you to say? I'm a little confused on... Well, I guess they explained it. The blood wouldn't flow that much. But, I don't know. The lack of blood still confused me a little bit. But, okay. Why? Why are you siding with Four Eyes? I wasn't really siding with Ray. Trust me, I hate her too. True. Why would Useless stand up for me in the first place? Exhibit A. I deadass offended her and she's still calling me useless. I don't care what you think of me, but don't use it to justify framing someone else in the trial. Okay, T. No. No. If we choose the wrong person based off of your petty emotions, everyone here is gonna die. Do you still understand the rule of this place? Fine, do whatever you want. Yes! And then Ray, fully proven innocent. Is everyone clear on that? Green flag? Ravenpaw? How is that a green flag? Why are we suddenly talking about Ray, though? If I remember correctly, she faced our suspicion after Mitsuhiro said the killer was among the girls. Ray, we apologize for suspecting you. Shrug it off. No matter how much you contempt and disdain me, I don't give a damn. Because... Ray! She has the guts! Among us. So true. Then, we can safely assume that Ray and Kakeru have an alibi. Among Us Girl Edition? Well, we already crossed out Ray. Didn't you say the killer is a girl? Hold on! Even if 4 is innocent, I'm not gonna take that. Oh shit. Okay. The music changed and everything. Cook. Kizuna, cook. The killer cannot be a girl. But there's no other possibility. The killer had to be... I like how she went from not talking at all to just being the driving force here. That's hilarious. The killer had to be able to enter the girls' restroom. Who else other than the girl can enter the girls' restroom? And why are you being so fussy if you're not the culprit? You're feeling guilty or something? I told you, I'm not the killer. I mean, it's just not fair. You can't assume me as the killer just because I'm a girl. and you don't even have solid reasoning. Oh come on! If the rule that boys cannot enter the girls' room is not an acceptable reason, then what is? Culprit is a girl, but is that really like that? This is not good. We can't reach an agreement if we keep fighting. Ultimate leader, we're waiting for you to come up with a plan. Yeah. I'm the ultimate leader? When did this happen? There's no need. In fact, I highly encourage this sort of debate. Huh? I see the current situation as a perfect chance for all of us to understand the culprit's strategy. What do you mean? Everyone's just fighting each other right now. Well, I mean, this could be a fruitful conversation. I see where he's going with this, but we're not having a fruitful conversation about this. We're kind of just going around in circles about the gender of the culprit. Think about why you're led to believe that the culprit is a woman. If you can figure that out, you'll be able to reach the answer from there on. Oh, you just Kyoko'd us. Bro, if you don't tell us the answer... he just Kyoko'd us. He's like, tell him, Makoto. Why did we come to think the culprit is a girl? The body was in the girl's restroom for sure. Then is the culprit a girl just like Mitch said? I think we're still missing something critical. I have to point that out. What are we missing? Make your argument. The torn note? The laundry room? Oh, it's a note. Or we can do the bloodstain. I think it's gonna be the bloodstain. The culprit is definitely one of the girls. Right? I said I'm not gonna take it. The body was indeed discovered inside the women's restroom. I mean, I must say, it does sound convincing. The body was indeed discovered inside the women's restroom. We didn't kill anyone! Calm down. While the body was found in the women's restroom, we must consider Kyoko's murder hanging occurred separately from one another. Right. That's true. What? But the murder still happened in the girl's restroom, right? No, that's wrong. Yeah. They tried to get me with this sideways text. I didn't even read it, to be honest. I just knew that was wrong because he was going off the assumption that it was in the girl's restroom. Sorry, Haru. Next time, don't make your text impossible to read. No, Haru, that's not true. Not true? What's not true? Show? The Truman Show? You've been missing something critical. I'll cut to the chase. The culprit can certainly be a guy, too. Huh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Guys can't go in a girl's restroom. How do you commit a murder at a place you can't even enter? Remotely. Kazuna was right all along. That doesn't matter. All this time we thought a murder occurred in the girl's restroom since that's where the body was found. But the murder actually happened was in a totally different location. Huh? What you mean? The body was at the girl's restroom. Right. But the murder happened somewhere else. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. Oh, I get it. Looks like everyone finally got it. I don't know. Someone explained to Teruya. I don't think he got it. That reminds me, the Raccoon file only stated where the body was discovered, not where the place where the actual murder occurred. A critical point indeed. We weren't paying attention to the real deal while being distracted by superficial things. I mean, I don't know. I discover a body somewhere. I'm gonna assume that the body is where I discover the murder happened where the body is. You know, I'm not gonna see a body in an alleyway and be like, this actually took place in a cafe, but the killer actually dragged the body into the alleyway. I'm just gonna be like, oh shit, someone killed someone in this alleyway. You know. You should have seen it at your first glance. You even investigate, Ray. Wait, hold on. If Kyoko was murdered in the girl's restroom, if Kyoko killed her in another place and moved the body to the restroom, this could be done by someone who's not a girl. Come to think of it, Kyoko's body was quite close to the restroom entrance. Then, was Kyoko murdered somewhere else? The laundry room. How'd you catch that conclusion, Yuki? I bet you had some kind of supporting evidence. I do, actually. I have 2 supporting evidence. Found a puddle of blood in the laundry room. The laundry room? That place sounds so irrelevant. The laundry room sounds irrelevant? Okay. Bloodstain says everything. Kyoka Maki was murdered in the laundry room. The laundry room? I've seen Miss Maki there a few times, but her time of death, why did she go to the laundry room at 6 a.m. in the morning? Yeah, I know she was an early bird, but I don't think she would get up that early. Because of the note. Reason why Kyoka headed to the laundry room. Didn't I find something that can answer that question? It was a note. 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 I like this glimpses that we can hear Yuki's actual voice. This leads me to believe that the Korean version is actually fully voice acted. But that doesn't make sense because it was made by one guy, so maybe it's not fully voice acted. It's just that one guy just did these parts for Yuki. Everyone, can you look at this for a second? What's that? I found this from Kyoka's body. It looks like a scrap piece of paper from the notepad Monokuma gave us. Oh, it's holding it tight in her hand. Would you like to read what it says? It's all raggedy and torn? Take a closer look. It certainly mentions that place in the parts that we can read. It just says the laundry room. I see the laundry room! Yeah. Moreover, the words that really matter are still intact despite the missing parts. From the parts that are left, I think the full message was, come to the laundry room at 6. There aren't any cameras there. I'll be waiting. How could you possibly guess that was the real message? How did you arrive at this conclusion, Tsurugi? Something like that. That's so sick, Tsurugi. You completed the note from just its parts. I mean, it's my speculation, so I can assure you I can't assure you that it's completely identical to the original sentence. Imagine being the culprit and just standing there and just hearing him just casually guess the exact words that you wrote down on the note. Bro, I would be shitting bricks right now because how? Shout out to the culprit for having one hell of a poker face for not like folding in this exact scenario. But it should be the same overall. Is it ripped because the culprit tried to pull it up by force? I believe so, but maybe the culprit wasn't able to remove the whole paper from Miss Maki's hand due to rigor mortis. That means Kyoka got the note from someone and went to the laundry room at the designated time without knowing what's about to happen. I was just still holding the piece of paper though. Yo, you know you got pockets, right? You could have put it in your pocket. I mean, thank you for not doing that because you kind of saved us. But, you know, why were you still holding it when you were going to meet that person? Shoot! Why would anyone use those kinds of whoa. Why would anyone use those kinds of cheap tricks? There you go. Reading is so fundamental, guys. Huh? Satsuki's confused on the part that says there aren't any cameras. Perhaps it was intended to make the note look like some sort of secret talk? Nope, that's not what Satsuki meant. Are there really no cameras in the laundry room? Monokuma?
Look at that hat. Why would she wear it? That's so fuzzy.
There is. I'm just gonna have her talk real slow. Whoa, what a surprise! You can talk? Between the ventilator and the clothesline. Yeah, I saw it too. The culprit just wrote down meaningless nonsense as bait. Oh, I see. Kyoka, just why? Why? Just tell them that it's human nature. Why? Why? I apologize for the untimely interruption, but may I speak for a moment? Inji, what is it? Kyoka was murdered in the laundry room. Although we can now be certain about this statement, is it not too early to conclude that a man could be the culprit as well? While it's possible for a man to commit murder in the laundry room and carry the body to the restroom, Recall the fact that Kyoka was not merely lying on the restroom floor. She was hanged by a rope attached to the ceiling. Have we forgotten this already? I was actually thinking about this when they were bringing up the gender of the culprit, because I don't understand how that clears anything up if there's still the matter of they would still need to be in the girl's restroom to hang her. So shout out to the priest. The only time I'm ever gonna utter these words. Shout out to the priest for putting those together. Oh, you're right. The murder could have been done somewhere else, but you still need to enter the restroom to connect the rope to the ceiling. The culprit really is a girl then? What? Are we back to where we started? Seriously, guys, you want to think the culprit is a girl that bad? Yo, Kizuna, I know she has a Twitter account that goes crazy. I just know it. I just know it. No, but Kenji's not wrong. It's impossible to tie a rope to a pipe inside the restroom unless you're inside as well. Bye. See, the culprit is one of the girls. Wait, it's too early to make that conclusion. Can there be a way to hang the body from the outside? Oh shit. Hey, can I press escape? Nope. If Kenji's right, the killer cannot be a guy. But if there's a way to refute the logic, I have to come up with that even if the chances are less than 1%. This isn't a drill. A single mistake can kill all of us. If we put our heads together, we'll be able to find the answer. Okay, wait. I know. Fuck. Can I pause? Can I pause? Let me pause. Oh my god, a way to hang the body from the outside. Is that really possible? I know exactly what happened here. I'm gonna explain it before Yuki does, so we have to use a tool for it. Yep. I'm gonna explain it before Yuki does so I can get credit for putting it together before him. Okay, so what happened was, right? The killer, because it's a hook, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is this a Gatling hook? Yes. So they tied the rope around her neck, right? Well, no. This is still a crazy feat, though. Wait, hold on. Then the killer did the thing, right? And then they just, and then the hook tied itself around the pipe, which I guess then pulled her into the restroom. What? Just where the rubber gun comes into play, the sticky rubber. The killer like broke open a ball so that like the sticky rubber could get on the hook. That when they throw the hook, it stays onto the pipe. Then how did it get onto the wall? That's what confused me. This rubber is the bane of my existence. I don't understand how it comes into play. That's it, Ayame. You can use a tool. Tool? But how? I almost forgot the tool that was tied to the rope. Yeah, because then Mikako said that this is a weird tie for it to have been done from someone inside the restroom. That means someone from outside the restroom had caused this. It's right here. Do you see it? Looks like a hook to me. Captain Hook, if you will. A hook? The rope had something like that? I'm starting to get impressed by the extent of you guys' stupidity. Alright, man. But Useless made a good point this time. Can you not call me useless? That is my one request. Maybe if you stop calling me useless, I'll start calling you by your last name. How about that? We got a deal, Ray. You're right. Looks like you got it correct. That. So, what about the hook? Culprit must have thrown this hook with the rope attached to it to connect it to the pipe on the ceiling. That way, the rope is all set. Afterwards, they can tie the other end to Kyoka's neck and push the body inside. Wouldn't that be possible to do without actually entering the women's restroom? Oh, I see. Right, so that makes sense. But I was right with the general idea of it. Yes, it is. This is our answer. Hold on. Look how the rope is tied to the pipe. It's been wind several times around the pipe. Is it possible to do that with that heavy-looking hook on the rope? I mean, you see it, so yes, it is possible. It's right in front of your eyes. Wait. I mean, he's right. He's French. It's fastened by the hook, but the rope went around several times. I know, it's nearly impossible to tie a rope like that when there's a hook attached. What the? You just said it was possible. That's why the culprit used another tool to secure the rope onto the pipe. Is this where the rubber comes into play? Because I'm so confused about this rubber. Another tool? What is this? Other tool. Seems like Ray's the only one who realized what it is. I don't think she realized it. I think she knew all along. Well, can you tell us, Ray? Tell him, Ray. Like hell I realized it. I knew it from the very beginning. See? Bro, even when she's trying to be helpful, she's annoying. Bro. I can't complain though. This is literally Byakuya. This is chapter 1 through 3 Byakuya, so I'm legally not allowed to complain. I just, you know, when this character development hits for her, when she starts acting like a normal person, it's gonna hit like crack. And if you're trying to sound me out, quit it. I already said I have no plans to offer any help. Besides, it looks like Useless over there got a hold of it anyways. Why don't you ask him? Well, me? Yuki, can you tell us the answer? Well, it's... Oh, you didn't? Sorry about that. Fuck. I guess that question was too hard for your non-functional brain. Cooked. I'll admit, she cooked me. I'm crying. I won't figure myself if I don't give an answer after hearing that. In fact, I'm sure I can. I found that object in investigation, didn't I? A tool that the hook can use to secure the rope from the outside. That tool was the rubber. Do I do the ball or do I do the liquid? I'm gonna do the ball because we're saying tool. This is confusing though. Is it sticky? No. Would the rubber inside these rubber balls be sticky? Good. And one more thing. There's a key piece of evidence that can prove this tool's involvement in the crime. That's it. Oh, I got it. I figured out the other tool used by the culprit. Okay, explain how. Because this has been the bane of my existence for the last day. It's a rubber ball! Rubber ball? What's a rubber... Oh, first he says, can a hammer really kill a person? Next he says, what's a rubber ball? Are we being for real right now, Haru? Yo, this is my pilot. I'm so cooked. It's like a bouncy ball, chat. It's like a bouncy ball. Have you ever played with them when you were young? It's full of some kind of viscous liquid that makes it bounce up when it hits the floor. The liquid makes it bounce up? So you telling me... You're telling me... I ain't even mad, I'm disappointed. The culprit punctured the rubber ball, threw the rubber onto the wall, got the hook, aimed it for the wall so that it could bounce off the wall to hit the metal pipe. Is this what's actually happening here? Oh no, I'm stupid. No, it's burst. So I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Hooked the bouncy ball. He hooked the rubber ball onto the hook so that when he threw it, the ball hit the wall, causing the liquid to get onto the wall. And because it's a bouncy ball, it bounced off the wall, causing it to get twisted up in the pipe. Got you. Okay. I get it now. Oh, I know. I made some improvements to it and sold it overseas under some hyperball. Did I tell y'all that it's still selling great? Yo, you must be like the richest person here, because you're like you monopolize bouncy balls. How is this relevant to the case? You better tell us quick, Yuki. Okay, I figured out the way the rubber ball was used in murder just now. Just like me for real. I also just figured it. After Sugi said the culprit used another tool to set the rope in place, I tried to relate the act of winding the rope with the circumstances of the murder. I think we'll be starting with the culprit using a hook since we found one on the pipe. As Mitch pointed out, it's impossible to wind the rope like that with the hook alone. Putting the hook after setting up the rope wasn't a choice either because there's no way to get the rope around the pipe by itself. Besides, they had to step inside to attach the hook. That's why the culprit used a rubber ball. Before using the hook, the culprit tied the rope around the rubber ball. Oh. I thought they hooked it, but okay. Then they threw it inside the restroom between the pipe and the ceiling to be more exact. So, oh, I see. Because if they hook the pipe, then the weight would be all fucked up. But because it was on the other end, able to wrap itself around the pipe. Got you. Yeah. Yeah. This makes sense. That way, the ball would hit the wall and bounce back towards where it started. If you repeat this multiple times, you get the rope around the pipe with the ball returning to entrance every time. All that's left to remove is the ball and tie the hook to throw it on the pipe. But the culprit probably faced something that wasn't part of the plan here. It burst. The rubber ball burst because of the pressure from rebounding off the wall. How hard you have to throw the ball for it to burst? These things are made to do just that. It spilled its contents all over the wall and the floor, which is why it's still left at the scene. This is how the culprit tied the rope without going inside the girl's restroom. The hook and the rubber ball were used to make it look like it was done from the inside. Yo, killer 1000 IQ, because oh my god. So that must have been the stinky liquid on the wall. Well said, Yuki. I agree with you. P-ball. Well, if our ultimate police officer says so, I guess he's right. Mind you, he's not like the ultimate detective or anything. He's the ultimate police officer. So he really has no like extra sway. I would believe the ultimate lawyer before the ultimate police officer. Everyone, by the way, glad that Kakeru locked in. Kind of sad though that he's built different. Kind of sad that he's been taking like a backseat in this trial though. I thought he'd be more active than he is. Everyone, did you know something after getting to this point? Notice what? Think closely. We're talking about the possibility of a man being the culprit, but don't you think it should be the opposite after going through all this? What? Opposite? Explanation involving the hook and the ball, it was to prove that it was possible for a guy to be the culprit. But if the opposite of that is true... What? That means the culprit is... Monokuma! We're talking about the possibility of the culprit being a man. And if we're talking about the opposite of that... Okay. But if I didn't know the gender of the culprit beforehand, I 100% would have picked culprit as a woman. Because the opposite of the possibility of the culprit being a man, would that not mean the culprit? Anyways, now that we got to this point, I realized, I did this stream too, but I realized last stream when I was talking about the culprit, I kept on saying he, despite the fact that the game builds up the intuition that it should be one of the girls because Kyoko was found in the girls' restroom. So I kept saying like, he sent the note, he killed her, he. And I was rewatching the stream to like, I was like, Oh, I'm fucking stupid. I should be using they. I should be using they because I'm supposed. The whole point is I'm supposed to like play along with the game. I did not play along with the game whatsoever. uh, anyways, that's right. We're going the opposite direction ever since. Help! I didn't catch on to that. Well, I'm glad that you didn't catch on to that, because that I've sold the bag before. And call me Mondo, because I sold the bag before the trial even happened. Opposite direction? What are you talking about? We thought the culprit was a girl, so we thought of a way to hang Kyoka from the outside restroom based on the assumption, what if a guy could be the culprit as well, right? Turns out that wasn't the case. It's very unlikely the culprit is among the girls. The killer is definitely a man, because he went. No, of course, now that I can say that the culprit is a man, I'm saying they, because he went through all the trouble of not stepping inside. So yeah. No one would go, the girls wouldn't go through the trouble of doing all that if they could step inside the restroom. What? It wasn't me. Hey, how so? Why is it suddenly like that? Think about what we just went through. The culprit undoubtedly used a hook and rubber ball to connect the rope to the ceiling. Now, suppose the culprit was a woman. Would there be a reason for her to use such a complicated measures when she could simply step inside and tie the rope directly? That makes sense. It looks like the culprit had to do it without going inside the restroom. Kazuya, she said jack shit throughout all trial. She got called out for it. And she was like, I don't have proof, but I know it wasn't one of the girls. And she was right. Love that for her. Honestly, I really do. Furthermore, if the culprit was a woman, had to use a hook or rubber ball for some reason, they would have been able to clean the stain on the wall afterwards. Right. As I mentioned before, the culprit probably didn't expect the rubber ball to burst. Again, I say, how hard do you have to throw a rubber ball that is made to bounce for it to burst? To clean liquid off the wall, they needed to get inside the restroom. But they couldn't, because guys can't enter the girls' restroom. I can't say for absolutely certainly, but it's the most reasonable explanation we can think of. So, we know that the killer originally intended to kill Tsurugi, right? So, that's probably why he went through all the trouble of, you know, doing all this. What was their original plan? Because the moment Kyoka went into the laundry room, he had to come up with a new plan like that, right? Because none of this would have happened if his original victim, Tsurugi, actually came to the meeting. My thing is, why did he put her into the girls' restroom anyways? Like, I know it's to like implicate one of the girls, but like, I feel like that just fucked him over for this exact reason where he couldn't clean up if things went wrong. I'm not saying this as a criticism to the game. I'm just saying as a criticism of the culprit. You're fucking stupid. Ray's infecting my brain already. The spirit of Ray possessed me. If I was him, I would, like, the last place I would think to do it is in the, I would think of putting the body is in the restroom. I would put it in the gym. It's high, like literally everyone goes to the gym because we're investigating. But then I would also, like, you could frame one of the girls in doing that. See, the culprit should have just came to me for advice. I could have given him a how-to and how to actually dispose of Kyoka's body. I can't say with absolute certainty, but it's the most reasonable situation we think of. There would be no reason for the culprit to intentionally leave traces in the murder scene. I mean, the liquid stain on the wall was a big hint for figuring out how the ball was used by the culprit. That automatically gives us girls an alibi, right? Plus, even better, Yuka, Teruya, Haru, Mitsuhiro, Tsurugi, Kinji, and Kakeru. We know one of them's gotta be it. Hold on, what if the culprit was a woman and tried to make us think this way all along. I mean, technically, it is a possibility, and if it was one of the girls, they deserve to get away with it, because that's like a 4D chess move right there. I highly doubt it. The reason the culprit hanged Kyoka in the first place was to make us think that a woman did it. Oh, so it had nothing to do with the disguising. It had nothing to do with disguising it as a suicide from the start. Indeed, everything was to lead us into thinking that a woman was the culprit. In other words, the culprit wanted us to think that way, so they wouldn't become a suspect. All because the culprit himself was a man. Everything's connected now. I found it strange to find the rope on Miss Mackey's neck being too loose. In retrospect, I see that was the case because the culprit didn't intend to make it look like a suicide at all. I can't believe it took this long for you to reach that point. Right. I let you have this. I let you get away with that comment that one time because your spirit possessed me in making fun of the culprit. What's up with you talking like you already knew all this stuff? Because I did. That. I already have everything worked out. Who the culprit is and why they killed anything you could possibly think of. Okay. Why aren't you? I mean, like, if we come to the wrong decision, you're cooked along with us. So why are you keeping this to yourself? Yeah. What? And you just stood there in silence when we had all the answers? How many times will I have to? I have absolutely no reason to help you out. Ray, this isn't a competition. If you don't share what you know, we end up voting for the wrong person, you're going to die too. It's going to be your turn to die. Somewhere, Sarah just felt a shiver down her spine. Is her name Sarah? It's been so long since Your Turn to Die updated that I actually forgot if her name was Sarah. Is her name Sarah? Okay, hold on. Now I need to double check. Say that again. Your turn to die. It is. See, my memory's not that bad, guys. Yeah, the developer said that it's gonna come out this year. I'm too confident about that. Of course, I'll share my knowledge when it gets to that. But without me, you still have Tsurugi Kinjo over there to help you. And useless. You're getting pretty close to the truth too. I was actually surprised. Perhaps you weren't completely useless after all, monkey. I don't know. I don't know if you should be saying that. I don't know if you should be saying that actually. Oh, that's not. What, monkey? Ha ha ha! Jeez, she's real smug. Oh no. Well, she's always been like that. We should ignore what she says and keep moving on. When you find out your goat is washed. Sure, I believe we left off from saying that the culprit is a man. I wonder who it is. Wow, she must really be excited by the tables turning. Although we know that the killer is among the men, we still need to specify one person out of the 7. Is there any kind of clue to narrow down the list? That's where I'm at. That's where I've always been when it comes to this case. It's really interesting knowing who the culprit is when it comes to the evidence that we have, because I don't think there's a single piece of evidence that actually indicates who the culprit is. So I'm actually interested to see how they tie it to him. Well, if Miss Ray was able to work out the culprit's identity, there must be a clue pointing to the killer somewhere. Problem is, we don't know what the clue is. Tsurugi, a little help here, like something that can nail the killer. You have something in mind, but you shouldn't rely on me for everything. All you should figure out the case by yourself and understand the reasoning behind our final verdict. See, Kyoko, was it that so hard? I mean, she did tell Makoto this. She only told Makoto this. So, I'm still shading you a little bit for passing the puck to Makoto all game. Kyoka. This is how breakout rooms were, by the way. just 4 people not saying anything. Hey, y'all? Any ideas about the culprit? Well, nothing in particular, I suppose. We're almost there. We know the culprit is one of the guys. Just to remind y'all, it's not me. That reaction is making you look even more suspicious. That's the same reaction you had. Just like you from a while ago. Oh. Well, you know it's bad. What'd you just say? Eek, I'm sorry. Wasn't that out of character, Kizuna? Since most of you seem to be having trouble with this, let me suggest going around. How about we all think of something else first? Such as? Don't you want to know why Kyoka died? Oh, brother. When someone's so desperate to be the center of attention, he's like, guys, I know we're all sad that Kyoka died. It could have been me. And I think you all need to know that it could have been me. This could be actually important for determining who the culprit is, but out of context, you know, that one friend that he's desperate for attention. Why did Kyoka had to die? Of course we do. Kyoka was always full of spirit, a nice friend to all of us. She didn't deserve to die. To begin with, 2 people were indirectly involved with Kyoka's death. Kyoka herself and Haru. 2 people? Are you implying that there are 2 culprits? No, I'm saying those 2 took part in the murder, but they heavily influenced the events leading to Kyoka's death. Point is, Kyoka died as a result of someone's mistake and the culprit's misjudgment that stemmed from it. Oh, I see. Someone's mistake, it was Haru. Yo, Haru is gonna crash out. If I found out that I indirectly caused someone to die, oh my god. Haru. Mistake and misjudgment. I need the help of a certain someone to explain this. Yuki, could you help me out? Hello, Makoto. Me? Do you remember the conversation we had in the hallway? The one over the nameplates? Oh, you mean that one? Yeah, you told me that you knew who caused that change to the nameplates. I don't have the knowledge regarding this matter, so I'd like you to provide context. Hello? I've got 0 ideas on what the 2 of you guys are talking about. Oh, okay, I'll explain it to everyone. Yesterday, while all of us were in shock after the Monokuma showed us the motive, there was a minor incident that happened. The people who knew about this incident are me, Haru, and Satsuki. Oh, and finally Kyoto. Huh? Well, you should know what we're talking about. Dog, I talked to you about it. They don't look like they know it, though. It's fucking idiots. Never mind, Ray. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right after all, Ray. Haru, Satsuki, did you forget what happened before nighttime yesterday? With the nameplates? Oh, that? Oh, you mean the thing with Haru's triple spin? Yeah, would you mind explaining to us what happened back then? I think there's something you didn't know. About it. I'll tell you when we get there. Okay. Okay, see, so he's gonna say that he's gonna put them back in their original spots, and then we're gonna be like, no, that's wrong. You switched them by accident. We're gonna do Haru's count. Last night, me, Satsuki, and Kyoka were hanging out together to distract ourselves from the motive. Then I accidentally fell down and broke the nameplates. It was real funny to watch. Triple spin! When I was freaking out over damaging school property, Monokuma showed up and said that he won't punish me since it was an accident, left me with a new set of nameplates. He told Haru to put the new nameplates back where they belong. And put them back in the right place. Nope. He did not. I would like to I would like to think that the mastermind saw Haru fuck up the nameplates and he was like, oh my god, you cannot be serious. But then he saw the culprit of the case accidentally like give the wrong person a note, and the mastermind was like, never mind, Haru, do I actually? No, Satsuki, there's something wrong with what you just said. Hello? What's wrong? Although Haru did put the nameplates back, he didn't know that he made a mistake while doing so. Yuki, that's... He forgot where the two nameplates originally were, so you put the new ones in the wrong place. You're just putting him on blast. Haru made a mistake, guys. He fucked up the nameplates. Did you hear? He made a mistake. Huh. What? He forgot something that was right in front of him seconds ago? When did this happen? Drop frames 2000. Yo, OBS. I swear to God. I swear to God, OBS. Oh, he went back to the restroom before putting them back, so I think he got confused somewhere in the middle. Okay, so I get how much of an idiot Haru is. How does that relate to Kyoka's murder? That would be because the two nameplates Haru had replaced belonged to me and her. Right, Yuki? Yeah, right. Kyoka's room was next to mine and Tsurugi was next to hers. But because Haru thought the other way around, nameplates on the door switched. Mr. Kabushikawa, was it your intent to do so? Well, if it was, he wouldn't admit to it because that would make him the killer. Anyway, Haru, shouldn't you already know? We talked about the nameplates being switched while we were investigating. Well, I did, but just wanted to avoid unnecessary suspicion. Well, that typically backfires. Avoid suspicion? Don't tell me you're the culprit, Haru. See? No, I'm not, I swear. This is exactly why I didn't say it. The self-fulfilling prophecy, if you will. Why would we think you're suspicious? It's just a couple of nameplates. I don't think they're that much related to Kyoka's death anyway. Yes, they are related. Much related, in fact. Now, would you care to explain what that means to us? I said earlier that two people were connected to the murder. One of them is Haru. We're switching the nameplates, and the other person is... me. For not realizing that the names were switched. Huh? Mr. Kinjio, you have an indirect connection with the murder of Miss Maki? I ask you to elaborate on that. It's true. Let's see, where should I start? How about we all get a grasp of the culprit's intentions first? If things went as the culprit originally planned, the person to have a portrait here would have been that one friend desperate for attention. Oh my gosh. That statement sounds somewhat far-fetched. How come you were to die instead of Kyoka? Do you remember the torn note that Yuki read to us a while ago? I was able to comprehend what the culprit was aiming for after seeing that note. Kyoka got that note from the culprit and headed to the laundry room at the designated time. There, she was assaulted and murdered by the culprit. Everyone's clear on this, right? Then let me ask, how do you think Kyoka got that note? How she got that note? Well, maybe one of us casually handed it to her? Kyoka wouldn't have known that the person who gave the note would come after her back then. From whom? Where? How? Did any of you see Kyoka getting a note from someone? Well, it's a big school, so, I mean, even if everyone says no, you can't rule out the possibility of that happening. But I'm gonna let you cook, Tsurugi. No, besides there wasn't any time for that. After we got out of the audiovisual room, Kyoka stayed with me and Tsuki until she went into her room for the night. Oh, I see. Never mind. My fault. But wait! Then Kyoka got the note between 10 PM last night and her time of death, which is 6 AM in the morning. I would say we can rule out her getting the note at 6 AM. A theory, though. Right, Kyoka went inside. Why is he yelling? Because he's locked in. That's his version of locking in court. I'm a little sad that he didn't actually lock in and he's just yelling in court. But, you know, I guess. I'm gonna still do my free time events with him though. I got to. He's a lawyer. Sue me for being interested in the lawyer character. Right. Kyoko went inside her room as soon as it became nighttime. She couldn't have gotten the note while talking face to face with someone. And that leaves us with one possibility. She got the note while she was inside her room. But you can't go into someone else's room unless you get the key or the owner's permission. Yes, but there's a way to give her a note without opening the door. Just sliding that under. What? But that'd be like magic, really. How? Magic, you say? Like the ultimate musician, Himiko. I forgot her last name. Himiko. Oh, dead ass. You don't know how to. What? This should resemble something that any clever kid can think of. Think about it. If I stay calm and keep brainstorming, it will come to my mind. Eggman's Gambit. Must put together pieces of evidence. Yeah, I just didn't know how to play this. Find letters, we're in a dark place. Letters will move around randomly across the screen. If there's multiple blank spaces, you must fill the leftmost space first. Oh, you didn't tell me how to play it though. Oh, we're standing beside the lawyer and Kanata. That's cool. Oh, I see. What? E? Gap. Oh, gap. You didn't tell me how to play it. There's no time limit. Oh, there. Okay. Was it? Oh, okay. It just it needs to be dead center for it to work. Got you. That's it. The gap. Even when the door is fully closed, it's the gap between the bottom of the door and the threshold. That's large enough to slip a note through. So after nighttime, the culprit left the note inside Miss Mackey's room through that gap. Right, there would be no one out in the hallway after nighttime, and Kyoko would still be awake. Adding a message like, don't exit your room to keep Monokuma from noticing, would have easily dealt with the chance of Kyoko seeing a note coming and opening the door. That way, the sender won't have to reveal himself while still getting the message across. This inequality of information between the culprit and Kyoto made her vulnerable to his deception. It's so funny because if Kyoka did notice that there was a camera in the laundry room, she would have been able to avoid all this. She would have seen a note that said, there's no cameras in the laundry room, let's meet there to talk. And she would have been like, yes there is. What the hell's this? Which is so funny because Tsurugi did know that there's cameras in the laundry room, and the note was for him. So this plan was doomed from the start because Tsurugi would have seen that and he was like, yes there is. What the hell's this? You know, it's pretty bold of him to do that. What if Kyoke didn't show up or brought other people with her? The note probably requested her to come alone to prevent such occurrences, likely coupled with a reasoning she won't be able to ignore. When the fact it was mentioned the absence of cameras must have been something Monokuma should know about. A way out, for instance. Would any of you refuse to go if someone offers you to tell you a way to escape? Well, I'd go, yes. True, I would have gone as well. The culprit sneaked the note into her room. I get that, but how exactly is it you and Haru's fault? Think closely. Most people here didn't know about Haru switching a nameplate until it was set in trial or noticed it after the murder occurred. Which means at the time of the murder, the culprit was unaware of the fact either. Oh! I see. For that reason, you considered yourself and Haru to be at fault. I mean, Tsurugi strictly benefited off of this. How is this his fault? Like, he didn't switch the nameplates. In fact, he reaped the rewards here. For those who haven't gotten to it yet, we're saying that the culprit killed Kyoka because of a confusion. Thanks, Yuki. Thank you. Confusion? I like how he solely did that for Teruya's sake. What? So it ties back to what Tsurugi said earlier. And Kakeru. Alright, cool. Right, I think I know it now. The indirect influence Haru had over Kyoka's death. Haru switched nameplates by mistake, and the culprit slipped a note inside the room without knowing they were switched. Then the culprit's intended target was, well, Tsurugi said it was him. This is like a literacy check, which is dangerous in the fandom. I know how, bro. Some of the takes I'd be seeing for like the actual game. Media literacy, dog. Media literacy. That's all I'm gonna say. Atrocious. That's right. The culprit never intended to murder Kyoka. The real person he wanted to kill was Tsurugi. That makes sense. The killer saw Tsurugi's nameplate on the door and left a note there, but the room was actually Kyoka's. Does that mean Tsurugi would have died if Haru didn't switch the nameplates? He wouldn't have gone to the meeting. I don't think so. Yes, that's why I say Haru and I indirectly caused Kyoka's death. Oh, never mind. He would have gone to the meeting. Okay. Kyoka! It's all because I was an idiot. It's all because I was dumb enough to mix up those stupid nameplates. Indirectly saying that he would have been fine with Tsurugi dying, by the way. Indirectly telling him that he would have been completely fine with our Tsurugi dying. Calm down, Haru. It's not your fault. Even if you put the nameplates correctly, Tsurugi would have been in danger. I'm a policeman, so you're ensuring with safety. I'm sorry, but he is a police officer. They get some level of like training, right? No way any of us should be able to take down the ultimate police officer. So if the killer snuck up on him, then never mind. He would have been cooked. Yet I was careless enough to let Kyoka die. I should have died rather than failing in my duty like this. Please don't say that. Every person's life must be treated with extreme regard. That's why I cannot forgive the culprit. Okay, Nagito. Not that murders ever deserve forgiveness, but him killing one of our close friends was absolutely unforgivable. Yeah, I feel the same too. But how am I supposed to take that? One of us is the cruel, cold-blooded killer. So, here comes Ray to bring down the vibe. What do you mean by so? Can't you think? Now's the time to say it. You know the identity of the culprit. Eats the culprit? Didn't you solve everything you need to? The fact that the culprit is a man, the way he hanged the body without entering the restroom, how and why he called Kyoka and killed her. Isn't the culprit fairly obvious at this point? No. No, actually. Well, while we did figure out most of the major details, I don't believe you ever brought up that matter before. No. This is a tragedy. Ray lost Ravenpaw. Even Ravenpaw can't even support Ray at this point. You guys still don't know? How long are you going to make me wait here? I think my legs are starting to hurt. How about you say it yourself if you know so much? Why should I? There's still people like Tsurugi Kinjo out there anyway. Girl, just say it. Tsurugi. Do you know who the culprit is? Yes, I do. How? Actually, how? Actually, I already knew who it was well before the trial started. Woohoo! That's our ultimate police! But I thought back then was more like an educated guess. Now that I went through these discussions in the trial, I'm confident with what I got. Man, that's epic. How do you know? I still haven't gotten a clue. Ray is the reason these trials be 5 hours long, not gonna lie. I mean, it seems to be like we're reaching the end. So this is and we didn't start the trial until 20 minutes after the stream. So this seems like it's going to be a 2 hour trial, which is not bad. But like I said, the first game's trials weren't that long. This does have a sequel, and in Goodbye Despairs, the trials were significantly longer. So I'm gonna assume that in the sequel as well, the trials are gonna be significantly longer. I'll try to make it easy for everyone to understand. Let's go back to when we were talking about the hook and the rubber ball. Y'all know who y'all know how the culprit used them, right? Of course! The culprit tied a rope to the rubber ball and sent it around a pipe a few times, then threw the hook on to secure the rope. All that was to make it seem like it was done from the inside. The rubber ball was a decisive factor in my deduction of the culprit. Okay. Do you remember Yuki explaining earlier that the rubber ball burst because it couldn't overcome the pressure? It's probably due to the accumulated damage from the repeated collisions with the wall. And here's the question, how much pressure do you think is needed? Oh, that's what I said! Yo, fuck. Why is the cop literally me? Heartbreaking. Me and the cop are on the same wavelength. Well, it will depend on which kind you're talking about, but probably a lot. Yep, I tell you something, that pops too easily will be worthless as a bouncy ball. Right, normal levels of pressure can't leave a single scratch, much less make it burst. But the rubber ball still bursts, just by bouncing off a few times. That's kind of strange. Was the rubber ball old? When I saw the rubber ball, it was still glossy and shiny all over despite its conditions. Dare I say, it was brand new. I'm not done yet. Though I didn't place emphasis on this earlier, think about it. Would it be easy to make the ball go over the pipe, through the little space between it and the ceiling, bounce off the wall, and roll back towards the entrance? Especially when the culprit couldn't afford to fail even once because he was a man? I believe it would be a challenge. I don't possess the skills for it in the first place, but even if I did, I won't be able to do it because of the pressure. Aren't you a surgeon? You're saying you can't do something because of pressure? Dog, this is my surgeon. I'm so cooked. Fully agreed. The culprit chose to take that challenge and succeeded nonetheless. That wasn't just a matter of guts. He had confidence and ability to assure his success. And sure, the culprit has the ability to throw a ball exactly where he wants to. It was Leon. Oh my god. Leon transcended reality and found himself in another killing game and decided to kill first. But he learned his mistake. Well, clearly he didn't, because we clocked him again for a second time. Oh, brain sale? I just thought the same thing. It's more than accuracy. Not only did the culprit have precise control over where to land the ball, but also the strength to burst it open. But I don't think anyone out of the guys look like they have that much strength and accuracy. Judging by his muscles, maybe Kakeru does? Wah! With my daily muscle training, it would be certainly possible for me to burst a rubber ball with my strength. However, just to be clear, I cannot be the culprit. I can't even score a goal right below the basket. Haha! How did the killer pull off those tricks? Was he secretly the ultimate... touche game, bro. Who the fuck was it? Was he secretly the ultimate baseball player? Oh, Leon, 11037. No, I think you guys are missing something. I said the culprit made the rubber ball go over the pipe, not through it. Huh? How can you make the ball go over the pipe without throwing it? Wait, I think there is a way. How do you do it? Superpowers? Deeply unserious group that we have here. Deeply unserious group. No. You can kick it with your foot. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, rubber balls are small enough to hold with one hand, so I was naturally thinking that the culprit threw it. Huh? Hold on a sec, kicking it with your foot. Ray, speak up, queen, please. I knew I had the answer when I reached that point. It seems like some of you got there too. If I'm thinking is right, the culprit is... But why? Why? Just tell them that it's human nature. Why? Why? Why did he... Ah! I'm still not getting it. Who was it? Can someone just tell me the answer? He just like me for real. Got half of these characters, bro. Who is it? Yuki, you know who it is, right? Huh? Looking at your facial expression, I got the feeling you finally reached the truth. You helped me a lot with the hook and the nameplate, so how about you say it for us? Hello, Makoto. The mastermind behind all this. Kyoka's murderer. Yuki. Tsurugi's right. I know the culprit. I actually do know the culprit. But if I didn't... Well, they did say kick it, so that was Seika. They did say kick it, so that was... No, that would have clued me in. Never mind. The only person who could have done everything we talked about before. I'm gonna convince myself that I'm wrong, but this is something I have to do. I must do this. Yuki Yamada. Katana Inori. Akane. It's Akane, actually. We know. I know. We said it had to be a guy, but Akane is just that crazy. She actually did do all that to make us think that it was a guy. What? All right. So we got the ultimate lucky student here. We got the ultimate surgeon. We got the ultimate maid. We got the ultimate merchant. W capitalism. Are you slash serious? Garfield. Are you slash serious or are you slash J? I am not slash serious. We got the ultimate sprinter. All right. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, you have to be good with the. But I don't know. We got the ultimate clown. We got the ultimate pilot. We got the ultimate soccer player. I think it was her actually. I think it was her. Is it the priest? You're so right. Because you have to be good with no, it is the priest because you have to be good with your legs for kicking out of the heretics out of the church. Shut up. Oh, okay, there you go. The person that came up with this plan, by the way, insane plan, by the way. I would never. Let's go. I'm sick of his ass. This is true. He did sexually assault Akane. Crazy streak. Crazy couple days for Mitch. Well, he did try to sexually assault Akane. Akane fended him off. W Akane, by the way, for fending him off. What a crazy plan, by the way. Why did he? I want to know. Why did he think he could tackle a police officer? Number one. Number two. Why did he do all that? I have to give credit where credit's due. This was an insane plan for him to think of. And number three. This just tells me not to be like an athlete in the Danganronpa, because Leon cooked. He used his talent to help him, and it cooked him. Mitch used his talent to help him, and it cooked him. Like, it's just don't be an athlete. I mean, Hina survived her game. She's the exception, not the rule, though. Mitch, it was you, right? What? Trial suspended? 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 I'm sorry. What? Are you implying there's more? No, there's no way. What more could there be? What more could there be? Not Monokuma defending his ass. Did you just say I'm the culprit? What? It's a hero. Hey, hold on now. How does that make me the culprit? 2 more hours for the streamer. No. I believe we can wrap this up in 20 minutes. Realistically, how much more is there? If we're talking about kicking a ball with that much strength and accuracy, it wouldn't be impossible for you, right? Especially when you're the ultimate soccer player. Mitsuhiro's talent was said to be almost on par with that of many professional soccer players. It makes sense for an expert like him to handle a much smaller and lighter ball with such ease. No, wrong, and wrong. Oh shit, is this just stupid? Stupid. Keep quiet if you're not the expert. Soccer balls and rubber balls are different. That's why he burst it, because he thought, I don't know. And I can't do all that even with a soccer ball. Yeah, because they're not bouncy, dog. Bitch, but you did that thing in Fuji's TV, the Masters Challenge. You were the special guest for the game where you had to dribble all kinds of balls and land it on the target. Didn't you have no problems with the rubber ball there? Even did it with a freaking pea. Okay, so this would have been super useful to know like 2 seconds ago, Haru. Where the fuck was this information at 2 minutes ago? What? Huh. I saw that episode in the hospital. Okay, Katana. What? He easily scored a goal with a soccer ball, then did the same thing with ping pong balls, shuttlecocks, and one of the large exercise balls, I believe. Ha! And you're saying you can't kick a rubber ball. Probably a better joke. That was all fake. It was AI. It was scripted. How would that even be possible in real life? You think I'm a god or something? Eats. Hello, big scandal alert. It was AI. Mitch, are you really the culprit? Did you kill Kyoko? It's so funny because he had the option to not go through with his murder plan when the person he wanted to kill didn't show up. Did it anyway. He's like, fuck. I already went through all the trouble, might as well. Bink! Yeah, plus, wasn't he the one who said the killer would be among the girls? It is funny how much she was steering the first half of the trial when we were all under the assumption it was girls, and in the moment we deduced it had to be a guy, he shut up. Like, I don't think he made some like sparing commentaries here and then, but he was noticeably less active once we figured out it had to be a guy. No, this is a trap. I know Yuki's the cult. What? He's trying to accuse me with no evidence whatsoever. Alright, man. Bitch, it's over. Please just say it. I don't want to do this any longer. Say what? I didn't kill anyone. Bro's just talking, just straight up yapping. And why does it have to be me? Do you have proof? Do you have any evidence that I killed? No. To be honest, this is the most circumstantial evidence ever. The lawyer, Kakeru should be like, he's kind of cooking here because honestly, someone could have thrown the ball. Like, we're just saying that, like, he had the power to kick it that hard, but someone still could have thrown the ball. Mitsuhiro, I doubt you would overreact like this if you aren't the culprit. This is also terrible. Okay, but no one likes this dude, so this is true. And you seem to be able enough to perform that trick using the rubber ball that Yuki mentioned. That's ridiculous. That's pure speculation. Show me the proof. Oh, he's gone fully on now. It just seems really messed up right now. But it's true that my argument doesn't have any solid backup. I thought of it by process of elimination, not real evidence. Still, it should be somewhere. That one piece of evidence that can nail him down as the killer. I need to point that out or else we won't get anywhere. Make your arguments. Let's stay near the body. Teruya's account. Oh, Teruya's accounts. Leon's crash out was revolutionary, not gonna lie. Show me the evidence. I think this could have been a revolutionary crash out if it was voice acted. I can easily prove myself not guilty, you know. I put, yeah, if everybody noticed, I put the note into Kyoka's room. Look how Ray's luck. I got the tools from the antique store. Yeah. Ray's just laughing it up next to him. $80? It dropped 10 points. Wait, Mitch, something's off in your statement. Huh? What's off? I didn't say anything wrong with it. I know we talked about the culprit using the hook and an overball earlier, but we didn't mention where they got it from. How'd you know those tools are from the antique store? I don't think this is that big of a leap to assume. I mean, where else would the killer have gotten the stuff if not for the antique store? What? Because that's where most of the tools are? Thank you, Haru. Fuck, I'm agreeing with Haru. Yeah, I just thought the antique store was a good place for them to get it from. Personal opinion. That makes 0 sense. You normally find hooks and rubber balls in storage, not the antique store. I forgot, they also have storage. Yeah, and doesn't the gym have loads of balls too? Ugh. You see, you never know. Both the storage and antique store might have those. That's why I mentioned the antique store. It looked like that place has practically everything. Mitch, we know. And I know you know. Oh, sorry. One of us has been keeping track of every single item in the store and the antique store. Am I right, Teruya? Tell him, Makoto. I mean, Teruya. Yes, Yuki. Is this why you asked me about this? Sorry, is this why you asked about... No, I'm saying, is this why you asked about... Fuck! You know, his accent is cooking me every time his dialogue comes up. I swear to God. Trust me, the antique store definitely had hooks and rubber balls. I know cause I spent most of my time hanging out there. Also, I'm pretty sure there weren't any hooks or rubber balls in storage. The ones used in the murder are from the antique store. The way those items were arranged changed after the murder. Oh, there you have it. Whoa. Teruya, you memorized all that? Wow, what a freak. This is so unnecessary. Unnecessary. Shut up. It's just a coincidence. You still didn't show me proof. Show me evidence. Tangible evidence. Not your stupid guesses. I'm not buying it. You're doing this to the wrong person. Jeez, can't you be a man and just say you did it? Hey, Mitsuhiro, will you admit it if we show you evidence? Yes. You're the culprit. Gah! I'm not the culprit. If there's no evidence, you can't say I did it. Give me proof. Proof, 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 proof. Stupid, 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 stupid. If he insists on it, we should probably show him. Here, Yuki, show him the proof you have. What's left? I think we went through everything. Huh? I have proof? Be patient and think. You have proof. You even showed it to us a while ago. Can we just vote now? I showed the proof to everyone. Is he talking about... I see. I didn't think about it back then, but that certainly can nail Mitch down. Terminate cock shooting. What? Absolutely. In terminate talk shooting, you must overturn your opponent's baseless arguments by shooting them down, ultimately come up with conclusive evidence that can silence your opponent. When your opponent's speech bubbles appears, you can press confirm Z, enter, or space. Oh, okay. To destroy it. If not destroyed, speech bubble will eventually disappear and inflict some damage onto you. Every speech bubble has a certain amount of health, represented by the number of objects at its top. If you're out of ammunition, you need to replenish it before shooting again. Push shift to reload. Got you. Your opponent will take damage each time a bubble gets destroyed. If they're out of health, you'll be given a chance to deliver the final blow by combining words into the... Oh shit, I have to combine words? If Goodbye Despair told me anything, that I suck at combining words. Don't worry, if your health reaches 0, your influence gauge will take damage and must start over. Terminate talk shooting. Okay. Hey. You don't have proof. Proof. Give me the proof. This is a trap. The spirit of Kyoka is oh shit. Is inhabiting me here. Shift. Damn it, I'm not the killer. You don't have proof. This is... Oh my god, wait. Why is this... I can see this getting extremely difficult in the other trials. Wait. This is a trap. Yeah, I'm cooking him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shoot! Shoot! Fuck off, I'm innocent. Me when I missed. Me when I missed. Me when I missed. Showing physical proof, you can because it's not me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Chill, 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 chill. Okay. What's the words? Show me the proof? Monokuma... No? What? The note... Monokuma gave us... What, we're gonna see if he used it? Monokuma gave us notepads. Oh, gave us the notepads. That does sound weird. Okay. If you want, I'll show you tangible evidence that'll prove your ability. Which obviously doesn't exist, you moron. It does exist. Remember when I showed you the note to explain how the culprit called Kyoka to the laundry room? The paper used for the note was from the notepad given to us by Monokuma, which means you could see if the note was from your notepad by checking if there are any torn pages in there. Yeah, no, he's cooked. What? Well, Mitsuhiro, here's the evidence you've been asking for. Hey, this evidence, are you kidding me? We got those like a week ago. Anyone could have torn out pages for who knows what. Anyone could have used it. Then you can try matching Yuki's note with the torn section of your notepad. That way, we'll be clear on whether it was from your notepad or not. Ooh. But... Hey, don't you think the culprit could have used someone else's notepad? How can you be so sure it was from mine? I mean, this is true. No way, idiot. The notepads are in the drawer in our rooms. How are you gonna get one without the owner's permission? I lost my notepad. Can I use yours? Oh, but then that's a paper trail. Got you. And if the owner gave permission, even better. That would automatically mean the person who asked permission is the culprit. Yeah. Wait, that's... Mitch, just a minute. I don't want us to keep fighting for each other like this. Stop it! This isn't you! Actually, this is him. This is actually exactly like him. He did try to sexually assault Akane. Let's not forget that. I feel like no one's bringing this up, by the way. It is over then. Over? Who says it's over? Nothing's over. This is a lie. This is all a big lie. How dare you accuse a superstar like me of murder? Liar! 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 Man, this guy is stealing Leon's whole flow. Wait, who's... Alright, if you say so, bye. I'll go over the case from beginning to end, then you accept it. I can't believe in the last stream when I said that I missed the trials, I can't believe I forgot about the closing arguments. I missed these. These are cool as hell. Evidence relevant to the murder will be shown in the form of a comic. Your task is to fill in the blank panels with pictures, about streamable pictures, select, press and confirm. Confirm again. Okay, got you. You can also press cancel to cancel your selection. Okay, got you. Thank you. That's what I need to know. Okay. The culprit is slipping the note through the gap. The culprit's nervously waiting for the body to be found. This is true. The culprit squeezing the neck around Kyoka's rope was already dead at this time. Remember to clean up after everything. Why did he do this, by the way? There was no reason for him to do this. I guess not to leave a blood trail. What's this? Oh, the names are switched. Oh, this is the notepad, right? I don't know. Okay. Look at its smug face in this frame. Look, what the fuck? Back to here. Kyoka was ambushed from her back, not knowing the name of the killer nor the reason she was attacked. Okay, so what's the sneak attack? So did he just immediately attack the moment someone opened a door, and then when she died, he was like, oh shit. Assuming it's right. Right. He didn't even put it. Ew, the feet. He didn't even. He didn't even put it in the trash can. You know how much a throw that is? He just left it beside the trash can. Alright, hook. Oh, wait. Yeah. What? It all started last night. While we were all in shock by Monokuma's motive, Kyoka, Haru, and Satsuki decided to hang out together to distract themselves from the stress. They ran around the hallway until Haru accidentally broke 2 of the nameplates on the wall. Those 2 nameplates belonged to Kyoka and Tsurugi. Haru panicking over breaking school property when Monokuma showed up to give him a warning. Didn't punish Haru since it was an accident, instead ordering him to replace the broken nameplates with new ones. And I want to know why he wanted to kill Tsurugi. Like, why did he single out Tsurugi for this? And here's where Haru made a crucial mistake. After the trip to the restroom, he got confused about where the 2 nameplates originally were. Damn. Put that on so aggressively. He finally chose to go with his gut instinct, which unfortunately turned out to be wrong. This is when Kyoka and Tsurugi's nameplates were switched around. Haru went to his room right after putting nameplates back, and nighttime hallway was left empty. This very moment. That's his little villain laugh. Someone decided against going to sleep and was out in the hallway, secretly heading somewhere. The place where they were heading was Tsurugi's room. For some reason, they had chosen Tsurugi to be their target. I don't know why. It's hilarious. But there was something they were unaware of. Right before they came, the nameplates outside Tsurugi and Kyoka's room were switched by Haru, so the culprit had actually gone to Kyoka's room. Sneak. Unaware of the error. A red error, if you will. The culprit made their first move. They put a note through the gap below the door. It asked to come to the laundry room at 6 AM and contained a lot of false information to make things easier for the culprit. Oh shit, that's actually that is actually how he laughed. Is the error red? Perhaps, perchance. Not everyone would be asleep right after nighttime. It would be easy to spot a note coming through the door. That's what the culprit was going for. Act 2. Cinema. The next day, as time approached 6 o'clock, Kyoka, after reading the note, came to the laundry room as she was instructed. Sacre bleu! The culprit was hiding in the corner of the room, looking for an opportunity to strike. Since they were expecting to see Tsurugi, Kyoka's sudden appearance would have been a surprise for them. She got out-sniped, by the way. Imagine being caught off guard and you're the ultimate sniper. The queen of catching people off guard. Kyoka continued forward, oblivious of her fate. The culprit was probably confused at first, then either noticed that they somehow went to the wrong room, or found Kyoka holding a note. He jumped her ass. They likely had a plan in mind, and changing the target meant they had to risk ruining everything. But there was also potential of being found out and facing the aftermath if they let her go. At last, the culprit decided to change their targets. They already had the weapon ready, and it looked like it would be discovered anyway. Meanwhile, Kyoka was wondering why no one was in the room. Top 10 photos taken before disaster. Still unaware of the presence of the culprit, she left herself vulnerable to their attack. Damn. And fell victim to it. After the murder, the culprit wiped off the blood from the body to conceal any evidence of murder. Because it was done almost immediately afterwards, Kyoka's clothes didn't get any blood on them. However, they were able to take care of the large bloodstain on the floor. They weren't able, sorry, because they were in a hurry or they just failed to see it. Probably the former. That bloodstain played a large role in revealing Kyoka was murdered in the laundry room. I think the culprit forgot about the bloodstain while they were busy moving Kyoka's body. Nah, he's just dumb. They must have gotten in a panic since they killed someone that wasn't part of their plan. The culprit first carried the body over to the girls' restroom. Their purpose was to take advantage of the fact that students aren't allowed to enter the restroom of the opposite sex. That's when the culprit found the pipe on the ceiling of the restroom. Nyeh, nyeh. That's the nyeh, nyeh, nyeh face. The culprit decided to make use of it and went to the antique store to get the needed supplies. Why didn't he go to the gym? Because he's dumb? Got you. It was less than an hour before the wake-up announcement, so they were probably in a rush. Oh, that's why. Got you. The tools they chose were a rope, a hook, and a rubber ball. The culprit first tried to tie the rope around the rubber ball, then thought of a certain way to hide their involvement. Their idea was to kick it. Tie the rope on the pipe without entering the girls' restroom using the rubber ball. Since the culprit was a man, they were unable to enter the girls' restroom. Monokuma had previously announced that anyone who set foot in the restroom of the opposite sex will be shot by the machine guns. Damn. Oh, it hit the ceiling first. I got you. But thanks to the fact that the restroom entrance was open with a wall straight across, the culprit was able to tie the rope to the pipe using the elasticity of the rubber ball. It was a risky move as the culprit wasn't able to step inside to correct any mistake, and making the ball bounce right through that small gap seemed nearly impossible. Unfortunately, he just liked that for real. This was because he was the ultimate soccer player. He had absolute mastery over all types of balls. That is a sentence. That is a sentence that I read out loud. The rubber ball bounced across the rooms and right back to the entrance just as they planned. The culprit repeated this several times to make it look as if someone tied the rope by hand. Again, crazy move by him. All types of balls. And this is when another unexpected event happened. They must have failed to adjust the strength of their kicks because the rubber ball grew weaker and weaker after each bounce until... It couldn't withstand the pressure and popped. This all caused the liquid inside the ball to be splattered all over the restroom, becoming a key piece of evidence. The culprit would have wanted to get rid of it, but they couldn't do it without going inside the restroom. Grr. The culprit nonetheless decided to go on with their plan. After all, they succeeded in tying the rope to the pipe, and the method they used was virtually unimaginable for a normal person. This is when he ate here. After getting the rope around the pipe, the culprit removed the ball from the rope and attached the hook instead. Then they threw the hook towards the pipe and fastened the rope on it. This 1000 IQ move. Oh my god. Damn, he locked in, right? The other end of the rope that was left outside the restroom was wrapped around Kyoka's neck. The reason for this was to make it look like Kyoka was hanged inside the restroom. The culprit was hoping to make us think that Kyoka's murderer was inside the girls' restroom, and naturally was able to enter it as well. That way, men won't be considered suspects in the trial. The culprit, as a man, was trying to use this to their own favor. Oh, he forgot about the note. I thought he didn't know that the note was still in her hand, but this implies that they found a piece of paper in Kyoka's hand. Yeah, damn. Imagine coming up with, I mean, he was still cooked by this point anyways, but this was really like the nail in the coffin for him, right? The note. You did the hard part. You forgot to take the note away from her hand. Right. Oh no, he did it. Oh, never mind. I realized the note will be used against him if discovered the culprit ripped the note out of their hands. They ripped it, possibly because of rigor mortis, which made it difficult to pull it out. But a piece of it remained. What the culprit didn't know was that the most important parts of the note were still intact in the piece that they were left in Kyoka's hand. Thanks to the note, we found out she wasn't murdered in the restroom, which led to the conclusion that the culprit can be a man as well. Act 4. After getting over the risky part, the culprit tried to get rid of the hammer and the rubber ball, but too much time had passed at this point. It was nearly enough for some of us to get up. In a hurry, the culprit left their murder weapon and burst the rubber ball in the garbage dump. They would have wanted a safer option, but the time constraint gave them a little time to stay. This was a safer option. He could have put it inside this trash can. You idiot. There was a trash can right in front of him. They must have thought we won't find him if they put alongside all the trash. And it kind of worked, since Kakeru and I were the only ones to discover them. Or is this supposed to be like a milk carton or something? We decided coming out of the rooms, the culprit acted like they had just gotten up and waited for the body to be discovered. Damn. Connie's scream is fucking crazy. As we all know, we all went looking around the entire building Connie discovered. A horrible state Kyoko was in. Everyone froze in shock, and while pretending to do the same, the culprit secretly hid a smile at the outcome of their plan. What if someone just turned around at that moment and saw that he was smiling, and they're like, "Is Mitch smiling? Why is he? Oh shit!" The person who came up with this plan and tried to deceive us all. Bum, bum, bum. Ow! Oh, red card! Oh shit! Cut. It was you, right? Mitsuhiro Higa? Hi! Complete. How was that, Mitch? Do you still have anything to say? Dang it. Ha! He must have forgotten how to speak. Speaking of people not speaking.
She's running.
What kind of... Why did they show her if she doesn't speak? This is so funny. Like, they put emphasis on her, but she doesn't say anything. What kind of nonsense is that? This is just purely outrageous. Mitsuhiro... Damn, they're even calling Mitch anymore. The government. It's over. Please be honest. It's pointless for us to keep attacking each other. Mitsuhiro, was it really you? Why? Why'd you commit something like murder? Belt ah. No, it wasn't me. I'm not. It's not me. It's not me. Not me. It wasn't me. It was my evil twin. Pitch. Hitsuhiro. Yeah, it was my evil twin. Whoa, this is going all crazy. OMG, Mitsuhiro's totally gone wacko. Ah. Give me an A, give me an A. Damn, that's actually out of a total of like 1,000. Like a B plus. What the hell, man? 65 mono coins. Never gonna use them. All right. I also want to see the execution, so hopefully we're not here for too long. I actually legitimately have to go in 20 minutes. But I do want to see the execution, so hopefully we can wrap this up. It looks like you're done. As the headmaster, let me say your discussions were packed with passion in a fashionable way. Fashion? Are they the same? Are they different? Junko. Your Junko is showing your Junko. Who cares? You don't need any of those to live a good life anyways. So let's move on to voting time. You don't need extra explanations, right? Pick the person that you believe is the blackened. Everyone make their choice using the switch in front of you. And one more thing, just as a reminder, triple check that you voted for someone. If I see a blank ballot, you know what happens. I'm sure none of you would want to be punished for something so trivial as that. Okay then, time to get excited. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Oh my god. When you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay. Damn. This is hilarious. So look at his little smile here. L. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. Ooh, bingo! The blackened of this trial, that is, the murderer who killed Kyoko Maki, is none other than Mitsuhiro Higa. What? Hold on. Mr. Higa, did you really... Mitch. Oh, he's the only one who still calls him Mitch. Why'd you kill her? Tell us. I was a big fan of yours. I like soccer too. I admired your talent as a rising star. I'm sorry. This is taking me out. Why'd you have to? When you find out that your goat is washed, he is literally finding out that his goat is cooked. Cut it out and say something. Fine. I killed Kyoka. Well, yeah. Thanks. That's blonde on blonde crime. Are you serious? Finally. It's a hero. Assuming everything found out is true, you murdered Kyoka even though she wasn't your target. I'm not saying it was okay for you to set up a murder, but you could have quit and spared Kyoka when your plan went wrong. Why didn't you do that? Why were you so stubborn about killing someone? Kyoka did nothing to you. But I just had to get out of here after watching that video. What is it gonna be, like his soccer team got cooked? That video? Just as I thought. The only possible answer. You mean the motive? What else could he possibly be talking about? Ray, I love you, but we could have got this shit done 30 minutes ago if we just said who did it. It's so funny because she legitimately did not participate in the trial at all. Like, she said she was gonna do it, and she actually didn't do it. And you know what? Fuck. I respect the commitment at the very least. Queen shit, Loki. When I watched my video, I felt myself racked by a certain urge of emotion demanding me to escape here as an enemy as possible. I even pondered the thought of murder, which must have killed due to the same reason. I'm aware how serious a crime this is. Even a million apologies won't be enough for what I did. Bitch, you tried to sexually assault fucking Akane 2 seconds ago. This is where you draw the line? Alright, man, sure. But I had to do it. I had to get out of this place, and for that, I had to murder. It's so hero, you bastard. I don't know what you guys saw in your videos, but can you even guess what was on mine? Your soccer team. What? It's so much worse. It's so much worse, actually. His soccer team would have been better. Oh my god. You saw Messi and Ronaldo getting cooked, and he's like, oh my god, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here. Every soccer stadium in the world being reduced to ashes, terrorists attacking FIFA, and world-class soccer players having gone missing. I saw my mom die, but yeah, you certainly got the short end of the stick here. Yeah. On top of that, my home. Oh, okay. At the very least, his soccer team was also cooked. Monokuma, please. How could such a thing be possible? I'm sorry. That's exactly like my case. Yeah. To Mitsuhiro, Sokka would have been like the home where he belongs. Unironically, this do be how Sokka enthusiasts are. So, yeah, you know what? Accurate. Witnessing his own sweet home being completely destroyed would feel... Attack on the way, I don't care. It's so funny because he didn't even mention his home team being cooked, right? That was like an afterthought. He's like, yeah, my home team also like got fucked up. But FIFA headquarters, like the way he cared more about Messi, Ronaldo going missing than his own home team. Back on FIFA, come on, you know that's utter nonsense. Average soccer bro, right? Oh, even Ayami agrees with us. And it doesn't only pertain to yours. All of yours had been manipulated. You shouldn't have fallen for this trap. Ugh. I couldn't stop trembling after watching my videos because it was shocking and terrifying as yours. It wasn't just you. It was everyone's fight, even Kyoka's. Even though she watched the same absurd video, she was trying to overcome her shock. Did I save Messi or Ronaldo though? You asshole. I couldn't help it. Soccer's my everything. And you would say it's more important than my life. I know murder is wrong. I had to see with my own eyes if the video is real, even if it meant killing another person. Help, this is so serious. FIFA headquarters. FIFA. Just imagine Leon. Leon, I wonder when was Leon's video, actually. Leon hated baseball, so this is like not a real comparison, but who was in Leon's video in the first motive in Happy Havoc? His cousin. Leon had his cousin in the motive. And Mitch has FIFA headquarters getting destroyed. Mind you, the only reason Leon, it's not like Leon went out and killed someone, right? Sayaka attacked him, and he used the opportunity of Sayaka attacking him to kill her, right? But even seeing his, like, if it wasn't for Sayaka initiating this whole thing, Leon wouldn't have done that. FIFA headquarters. Alright, man. Let me ask you one thing. Suppose that your plan went without a hitch and you got out. What if you found that video was forged? Then what were you going to do? You heard about the class trial and the interest room, didn't you? The victory of the Blackened is equivalent to the death of everyone minus the Blackened. My point is this. By setting off your murder plan, you opted to take the lives of 14 of us for your own needs. All for FIFA, man. All for FIFA. But were you aware of the full weight of your choice? Or at least prepared to face the consequences? I doubt it. You know what I'm going to say? You're nothing more than an ignorant moron who wanted to get out of here, soccer as an excuse. Oh, cook him, FIFA headquarters. Of course, our videos were as shocking as yours. Otherwise, it won't be a motive. If that alone was sufficient to make a person murder, all of us would have done it by now. In reality, you were the only one to commit murder. What made you think that was the difference? Could it be prioritizing your own selfish desires over your so-called friends? Ray, stop it. Don't make this any more complicated. No. He deserves to be cooked right now. Are you telling me this idiot got shocked by the DVD that went on murder without someone being mentally prepared? Get him, Ma. No, I won't deny that, but soccer really was my everything. Actually, it was pretty well planned out. Okay, Kakeru. Okay. He even managed to come up with a complex trick immediately after murdering Kyoka. That is true. I have to give him props because that was one hell of a plan. That wasn't even supposed to be his plan. Like, he came up with that on the fly. Tsurugi being his initial target doesn't even look like a coincidence either. You thought his talent would be an obstacle to your plan, didn't you? Not my lawyer, dog. Bullseye, I suppose. Right. From the very beginning, Mitch was willing to murder, even without the motive. A malice beyond description. That's what took Kyoka's life. Well, no. No, y'all, whatever, man. Sure. But, so what? Does it even matter? Can y'all hurry? Monokuma was the ultimate ringleader behind this. Monokuma's the one who drove Mitch to that point. You know what, Mitch? Over fucking Right after watching the motive, Kyoka told me Haru and Satsuki this. Murder, motives, anxiety, just push them to the side and have fun. Do not tell a soccer player to have fun. Worst mistake of your life. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. That shit's like life or death for them. That way we can all chill out and strengthen our bonds. Kyoka probably got the same amount of shock as you, but she was trying to overcome the situation by getting everyone together. If she had a chance to talk with you yesterday, things could have been different. But FIFA? Why? Isn't it so frightening? Who would have guessed that a world-class celebrity is nothing more than a bad-tempered coward? This is why you should never judge a book by its cover. No one would have ever thought the Mitch Higa would murder. What? What are you talking about? It's your fault. This entire situation is your fault. How can you even say that? Ah, don't be salty. What's done is done. Oh, you got a carpe diem? Remember to die? Oh, what's up with that attitude? If you're trying to fight me and give up, you'll probably end up hanging out with your dead friend anyway. Besides, you guys don't scare me at all. Shut up, Monokuma. I'm gonna be thinking about FIFA headquarters all week and no one's gonna understand. But FIFA. I don't know where you got the balls for that, but someday I'll bring you to justice myself. Tsurugi might be an exception. Gee, look! Tsurugi scares Monokuma. Monokuma's scared of, fuck. English. Monokuma's scared of Tsurugi? Look how long you guys have been holding me back. We better get started. Started on what? Punishment. What else would it be? I told you, punishment awaits the loser of the class trial. Punishment? You mean yes. Yes, execution. Just give me a sec. Of course I'm guilty. I deserve death. I deserve any kind of punishment. I know I can never make up for my crime. But still, are you really gonna kill me? Sure, I killed Kyoka, but isn't this a little bit different? What? What do you mean? I can't. What do you mean? What's the grounds for this being different? I can explain. I really must have been crazy. I'm sorry. I'll never do that again. I can rot in jail for the rest of my life. Just don't kill me. Yeah, I'll do anything you want. You can have all the money I earned from playing soccer, okay? I want to die. Help me. I don't want to. I'll do anything but dying. I'm begging you. Please don't kill me. Bro's pleading insanity. I'm crying. Hey guys, do something. I'm gonna die for real. This is not a joke. No way, no one cared. Electric chair. Notwithstanding Mitch's desperate cries, everyone turned their heads away from him. What's this? Are you scared of dying? Were you ready for this when you became the Blackened? Above all, you disrupted order. You killed Kiyaka. Oh my god, whatever the laws outside may be, the rules here are simple: an eye for an eye, and death for a death. No matter what you do, you can't avoid punishment. Once you've been revealed to be Blackened, you are punished. This is an Iron Hand rule. Oh my god. Brought tears to your eyes? Yes! Because why does no one give a fuck? I mean, understandable, no one gives a fuck, but that's still crazy. See, like, you know, no one gives a fuck. That was the meme. It was a meme. The way no one cares, but no one actually cares. No, go away, go away. Let's get rid of everything we got. It's punishment time. No. Over FIFA, by the way. Everyone must have been like, cannot play movie. Oh. What's gonna happen here? Oh, okay, still playing. I'm so excited. Samesies. Oh my god. Kanata is short as hell. Did you see that? Red card. Okay. Oh shit. He's like, you wanted to see some FIFA. Let's see some. Oh. Oh my god. Death, the volcano shot. Oh, damn. Damn. Oh, fuck. You know, this is also telling me not to be an athlete, because not only will you commit the first murder, but you will die a horrific death based on the sports that you play. They burned him. They're ping-ponging him. They fucking burned him, dog. Bald. He's crisp, actually. Oh my god. Yeehaw! That's it, yes, the thrill! This is exciting, you can only feel at punishment time. Mitch is dead. Remember, FIFA headquarters. He died doing what he loved the most. Soccer. I was gonna say something else, but I recovered from it. I recovered from it. It happened in an instant. Mitsuhiro was alive and breathing merely minutes ago, now greeted us in a death amongst scorching flames across the screen. Despair. That's exactly what came in our mind. Mitsuhiro committed murder. Of course he was unforgivable. But this is too harsh. You have to keep doing this? I can't. Anyone, please get me out of here. Ew. If you don't want to do this, don't kill. None of this would happen if you at least stopped caring about the outside. After all this, it was Mitsuhiro's own selfish desires that led him to murder. You guys are the one responsible for this. But how could we just forget about the outside world? That's impossible. Mitch, you would have loved Charlie Kirk. Oh my god. Monokuma, what is your intention? What do you get from committing these heinous acts? Sorry? Nah. Intention? Intention? Huh? What is that? Sounds too hard for me. Nobody cares anyways. You don't have to know it. Just read my words and you'll all be fine. Besides, you don't understand a word even if I tell you. Not even the slightest bit of what's going on right now. A total waste of time, right? You son of a... Oh no. How intimidating. Woohoo! Well, case closed. The class trial is officially over. Everyone can rest now. Wait. He's gone. Damn it, what are we supposed to do now? Stop so that I can save and end the stream, please. Please? 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 Can we have a pizza party now? Save? Everyone, when you stay calm, yeah, okay. But my legs ain't moving after watching the execution. How are we supposed to stay calm when our friend has met a horrible end? Friend? Who is this friend you're talking about? Oh, brother. What? Who else can be besides Mitsuhiro? You're calling him a friend? I don't get it. Are you calling a murderer your friend? Well, this is a really nuanced situation. Unsurprising that the cop doesn't understand that. However, I do agree with him because everyone seems to be forgetting that he tried to sexually assault Akane. Like, no one's bringing this up. Well, it was only just Yuka and Akane who know about that. But still, what's wrong with you? Tsurugi, sure, Mitsuhiro killed Kyoka and he deserved punishment, but he's still a friend for the past few days. Like, what? What? Yeah, he was. Now he's only a criminal who got what he deserved for committing the worst possible crime on Earth. Again, debatable. What's surprising about that? This is crazy. You may argue that Mitsuhiro deserved death of penalty, but you condone Monokuma's actions? Are you condoning Higa's murder? Yes, Monokuma killing him was also murder. Monokuma's a criminal worthy of death too. Tsurugi W, I fear. But letting Higa live would just be absurd. They ought to be retribution for every murder. Are you saying you're glad that Mitch died? Oh. And tag Tsurugi? Of course, no murderer has the right to live, regardless of how many they killed. What? Okay, yes. Yeah, obviously I'm glad. Would you say killing a murderer is acceptable? No way, if you kill a criminal, then you'd be a criminal too, however. Wasn't Monokuma already a criminal to start with? Over FIFA, guys. Over FIFA. I loathe that bear scum more than anything, but there's one thing he said I can agree on. An eye for an eye, a death for a death. This is my motto as a police officer. Me, when he deadass is copying my OC that I made when I was like 15, bar for bar, word for word. He wasn't a cop though, but deadass, bar for bar, word for word. A lunatic. Isn't that a bit problematic for a police officer to say that? Bar for bar? Bar for bar. I made a character who's the ultimate criminologist who hated Ultimate, only accepted the title because of like the power that it gave people, like because you're elevated for Ultimate, and also believed that all criminals should die. So much so that he low-key became Dexter, but I was 15. Don't judge. 15-year-old me thought that was cool. What would you say would be problematic? I think the real problem is with the current legal system. I'm going to work hard to change the laws in this country, no, the entire world. I'll create a world where no one dares to commit crime. This light yogging ass. That's why I need to come out of this place. Okay, yeah, we get it. You hate it. They're reacting to it. Can we like, please, I'm supposed to be ending the stream now. How could I criminals don't count as human beings for me? Anyways, the least surprising thing he said. Again, he's a cop. Well, you don't think criminals deserve rights? Big surprise, the cop said that. What do you mean? I was like this the entire time. I'm just giving advice to you who are being overly hysterical. Of course, I'm aware I'm ultimately the one to blame. Kyoko wouldn't have died if I'd been more alert. Therefore, now on, I won't ever allow murder to take place in the school, no matter what it takes. It's my duty to protect you all, isn't it? Whereas being a totalitarian fucking... Oh my god. You. Stop. T, not gonna lie. Kako. She spoke. Everyone's exhausted. Let's go to our rooms. And oh my god, my savior. Oh, best character, my favorite character, my favorite character. Please, 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 please. Let's go to our room. Let's go to our rooms. Let's go to our rooms. Please, 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 please. Let's go to our rooms. Let's go to our rooms. Somehow I feel like everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We gotta go. Yeah, it sucks. It's crazy. It's crazy how life is. Like, yeah. Ugh. Please? Kyoko the trial, Mitch execution. Yeah. Crazy, you know. FIFA. All because of FIFA. I saw my mom die, but, you know, I guess... Oh. But this was merely the beginning of despair. Oh, can we go? Can we go? Thank you for playing. You have reached the end of the demo. You may choose to save your progress, which will allow you to continue at this point on future releases. Oh yeah. Okay, so chapter 2 is in a different build. So don't worry, I'll figure that out for tomorrow. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. No fantasy outro because I gotta go. I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, bye.